Couch Company crew, welcome back to another episode of the Couch Company podcast. My name is John, and with me, as always, my trusted cohort, Tyler DeFazio.
Hey, John.
How's it going, man?
It's good. It's interesting that we're recording. It's daylight out.
Yeah, it's like I'm very outside the zone here right now. It's a little disturbing. I will say on a good note here. Well, it's kind of a bad note, but I woke up. Allergies terrible.
Yeah,
feel like awful. But my voice is in that prime.
You got that
spot, man.
That radio voice,
kind of a little deeper than usual. So.
That was me. That was me last night because we went to. It's not really like a bar. We went to the Yard.
Yeah.
I think there's one downtown, and I think there's one in Robinson. But I guess it was loud enough, like which you never notice how loud something is, but you're like essentially like screaming all night.
Yeah, and then
drinking alcohol. You come home and you're like all hoarse. But I'm just like,
that's the thing I hate about bars, dude. Like that happens every time at a bar. You're just yelling at each other all night, dude, and you don't even realize. It's like really weird how your ears, like, well, I mean, the alcohol helps as well, but your ears like adjust, and then you feel it later. But it's really crazy. The human body is insane, and we're
sporting
experts
events,
on that.
same thing. Yeah,
sporting events.
We're experts at the human body.
Yeah, remember we were talking about J-bones,
T-bones.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. But anyways, we have another list here for us. Not for us, but for you.
The reason why people tune in.
Yeah, it's really our defining feature at this point. We got to start thinking about getting another one. But hey, I'll take one.
Yeah, no, top 5 lists. It's important because a lot of this stuff is up in the air, right? Like people are going throughout their days, their mediocre lives, and they're just like, well, no, I'm sorry, maybe not everyone has mediocre lives. I'm projecting a little bit, but it's just like, oh, hey, what's my top 5? I don't know. Star Wars films.
I think it's a good, to get your emotions going because, we might make some people happy. We might make some people mad.
It's so
by
interesting.
Some, I mean a lot.
Like people have opinions on, myself included, yourself included, on everything. Yeah. Like regardless of if it's a strong one or not, but like to hear somebody say something that is subjective.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're wrong is hilarious.
Right.
But then you get instantly angry.
Well, it's even funnier when it's like letters of the alphabet.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
But here's the thing, dude. There is a fantastic feeling where you like something that, not many people like, and then you hear it on a top 5. I mean, that's a great feeling. There's one guy out there. I mean, he probably hasn't listened to this.
A couple people in Canada.
There's one person out there who likes artichoke hearts on pizza.
Yeah.
That if they were to listen to that episode, they would just have a big smile.
So I had pizza.
I can't believe.
I had pizza on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about, so you don't like peppers like at all.
Nope.
And I agreed with you on like green peppers are a little bit overpowering and stuff.
Right.
There was a tiny, and I mean like half of a piece of green pepper on my pizza, and I got like mushroom and onion, like my standard.
Yep.
It literally flavored that entire slice of pizza.
Yeah.
And like I'm not even exaggerating. Like it was like before I even got to the green pepper itself, I opened up my mouth and I was like, I taste green pepper before I even chomped down on it. It was nuts.
I am with you. Like it is. I mean, I'm very sensitive to it as well. So it's like, if there's green pepper in the vicinity,
just done. Yeah,
it's over.
Well, my thing is I can't do. So I wanted to do like because I'm like, I could try a green. I'll try one, right?
Yeah.
And do like a pepperoni, green pepper, and onion or something. And the thing is, like, that doesn't work because I need to put at least one topping on that Chelsea doesn't like.
Yeah,
then I can eat the whole pizza.
Of course,
exactly.
Yeah.
So then instead of onion, I had to put olives on it.
Brilliant strategy, by the way.
I mean, do it for everything.
Yeah, that's humongous.
It's big brain.
Dude, I was actually, in my youth, I was at Monticello's, which is a pizza place around here. And, I'm showing off. I'm eating a bunch of pizza in front of my friends, because it was like a, I don't know. It was after like a band concert or something, so the whole band was there.
Okay.
And they're like, "Oh my God, look at John! He's eating so much pizza." And then they ran out of the pizza I like, and there's only green pepper pizza. And I'm about to beat the record, so I start just choking down green pepper pizza. Man, it was the worst experience of my life. Like
starting to understand now.
Crying, like I'm not even exaggerating, like tears while I'm eating this pizza. And not only do I feel just absolutely sick from eating the green pizza, it was like 20 some pieces.
Yeah.
So I was done. It was horrible, but it was worth it.
We did,
but it wasn't worth it at all because I don't think anyone remembers that.
I'm trying to think of like what contest I won. It was like middle school or something. No, it wasn't eating contest
because you didn't win against me. I know that. Oh.
We're not even doing that. So no, it was like middle school or something. We won some like academic thing.
Okay.
And like our prize was like, oh, you're going to
pizza
party at Pizza Hut or whatever. Which Pizza Hut, I mean, it's fine. I don't mind Pizza Hut, and honestly, if you're gonna give me some cold pizza, Pizza Hut might actually be up there.
Are we ever gonna do our fast food? I don't know if Pizza Hut even counts as fast food, but we ever gonna do?
I don't
think
Pizza Hut counts as fast food, but yes.
Well, I
should.
think if we, the tierlist.com or tier list maker.
Sure.
It's a website. You can make tier lists. Yeah. Right. So I believe, and there's different ones, but I believe the fast food one has Pizza Hut on there. You disagree with that?
I disagree with that.
Okay. What constitutes a fast food place?
I feel
drive-through.
I think Well, so yeah, I would say
Five Guys.
Five
Guys.
I don't know if I consider Five Guys
really
fast food. Like it's fast, but it's
not
like. I don't know, man. Like
I
it's
would
not like they have things
anything,
like on deck. Like they have it like the fries are constantly going.
Yeah, I would consider anything where you don't have to sit down.
I mean,
you're not calling ahead, because obviously you can call ahead and pick up your food. But I'm saying you go in, order, and wait there, because if it's like 30 minutes, you're not going to wait there.
Right? Yeah.
Like you're not going to go to Chili's.
I feel like
order
there's like
your
a
food
gray
and wait
area,
there,
right? Like there's like your standard fast food, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Arby's, whatever. Then you have kind of this gray gap where you have like your Subways, your Chipotles.
Well, Subways some Subways have drive-thrus.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chipotle doesn't.
Chipotle does not.
But I would put Chipotle on the same level as Subway.
Really? Well, yeah, it's the same strategy.
I think it's better, but I think overall it's the same food.
You got a glass window, you go down the line.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know.
We have to take a deep dive.
That's going to be.
We eventually do that.
I know we like our rules. That's going to be the.
Well, I think for that one, that would be a great video series where we sit down. It'd be like everything. A 3-parter.
Yeah.
Part 1 is we sit down and establish the philosophy of the fast food restaurant.
That would be pretty cool.
And then part 2 is the experiment.
Do you think the restaurants would actually let us like film as we talk about that stuff? Probably not. Like it probably.
Well, I would assume we would go classic. Get it through the drive-thru and just eat in our car.
It's kind of like a Cars and Comedians.
Yeah.
Like coffee with coffee cars, comedians, whatever.
Well, they go into the restaurant.
I've been on a Seinfeld binge, obviously.
I love Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I like Curb Your Enthusiasm more right now just because Seinfeld, like I'm watching like the initial, like the
I would say Seinfeld is very Office-like, where the first kind of season doesn't
Curb is more like Parks and Rec.
I guess I am forgetting what Curb blends together for me, so I'm forgetting what the earlier seasons are like.
No, I mean the early seasons are still older, but not like
I feel like it's more the core.
So Seinfeld was done in 1989.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So they were halfway through their kind of run whenever Friends started, because Friends was I think in 94.
Right.
It seems so weird.
Was it 94? Because 2004 was the last. Because they did 10 years. Right?
They did 10 years.
Yeah, that makes sense. Seinfeld's fantastic. Love Seinfeld.
We're way out. So this has nothing to do with our top 5.
No.
We're just kind of talking through some stuff. But do you want to give the
this
audience
week on our top 5?
Yeah,
it was on our
real quick. I'm sorry. Remember when I won that academic thing? We went to Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
I ate blueberry pizza.
Ew.
Like you're talking about like the most disgusting thing that you had. That the blueberry pizza was because we were doing like a pizza eating contest, and the guy I was going up against, I think his name was Jeremy.
Yeah,
it had to be a 1-to-1. So we were kind of like punishing each other on like, oh, you don't like anchovies? I'm getting an anchovy slice and stuff like that. And I was hanging with him, and then he put in the blueberry pizza. It was like this dessert pizza, so it was like cream cheese, blueberries.
Yeah.
Oh, that was rough. I beat him,
awful.
But then right after that, I ended up losing because we did soccer practice right after.
Yeah.
It was very bad.
Oh.
That was the only time I ever threw up at soccer practice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've thrown up at soccer practice many times.
That was the year that we were very much,
but not because I ate blueberries.
Yeah, well, no, but like we always did a lot of like practicing stuff, and that year my coach was convinced that if we had more endurance and just beat everyone to the ball, we would win. Which on paper, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So like every soccer practice starting, you just.
But
run
he
3 miles
underestimated how stupid you guys are, and eating blueberry pizza before, just crushing this guy's dream of winning.
I wasn't expecting to eat that much, but
yeah, that's rough.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Killed it,
yeah, this week's top 5. So we did have a poll out a couple weeks ago, and the winner of that one was last week's episode.
Star Wars.
Yeah. We did our top 5 Star Wars movies. I think it was pretty solid.
Sure.
Minus our number 4 selection. I need to go back and watch episode 1, dude. Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah.
Anyways, this week was our number 2 spot on that poll, which is top 5 playable characters in video games.
Yes.
That's a lot of potential candidates there.
So if you look up best playable character on Google, the only thing that pops up, Smash Brothers.
Really?
I shouldn't say the only thing that pops up, but like the first thing. So like, you know, Google kind of like aggregates like lists and stuff that you can actually just look in directly in Google.
Yeah.
It's just a freaking roster of
like that.
Smash characters.
I typed in best video game protagonists.
That's a good one.
I think that you get a little bit better results because most of the time, obviously, you're going to be playing as the protagonist.
Sure.
So I thought that was probably a good way to do that, trying to find the list that I had.
Yeah, they had a bunch of them where it was like, here's your top 50, here's your top 70 and stuff. The interesting thing, and not to jump directly into the rules, but maybe we jump into the rules. It's a player character,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
And I think some of the interesting stuff is like, I would argue, pound for pound, antagonists, supporting characters, basically any other character in a game are typically better than the player character.
Yeah.
I find it so. Nothing annoys me more than when one of the quote unquote features of a game is they're like, our player doesn't talk, not because of budgetary reasons or anything like that. It's because we want you to really just put yourself in that character.
Some people really enjoy that.
Nate loves it.
Yeah,
Nate, that's his thing, and I have never been more polar opposite on a thing in my life where it's like, no, I want my character to interact in the environment, interact with people, talk to people. I want voice acting. I want you to tell me what this character is that I'm playing as, and then I'll either assume that role or I'll just be along for the ride type of thing. So whenever we go through our lists and talk about the different characters, I think you're going to see some clear trends.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. I mean, I think I'm with you on that.
Like you love, protagonists. Like, we talked about this multiple times, but like you like the story, you like the.
Oh yeah, this is right up my alley because I love. I mean, characters like when we're talking about my favorite. I was gonna say art. I guess it's art. Media forms like TV shows and movies and shit and video games. Obviously, I mean, characters are, if not number 1, number 2 of what I'm looking at.
Right.
Like you could have like a subpar gameplay. For example, if the story is compelling and I really enjoy the characters, a la
Mass Effect.
Yeah. Like I don't give a shit that. Yeah, sometimes do I feel like, oh man, really want to get through this horde of fucking what's it called?
Reaper stuff.
Reaper thingies. To get to the next, I want to get done with this mission so I can get back to my ship and talk to my crew because it's the best part of the game.
Yeah.
Right. But I do think because we were talking about this, and it's actually interesting when we were talking about, we did want to make a game at some point.
Yeah, I still do.
No, right? Absolutely. And I know you were talking about shifting to more of a, what's it called? A novel simulator?
Like a visual novel, like choose your own adventure type of thing.
I don't think that'd be the same effect because I'm like trying to imagine if Mass Effect was like a visual novel, and I don't think it would be as good. Because it's like delayed gratification. Like we slogged through that mission for 30 minutes and now I get to see Rex's reaction to what happened.
Yeah.
Now I get to see, like, imagine if it just threw, like, I don't think.
But instead of a visual novel, this kind of defeats the whole purpose of doing a visual novel because part of the reason is like just budget and talent and coding and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But imagine if there was like a cutscene between the two. Right, so instead of you having to play the game, it was a more curated experience.
Metal Gear Solid,
basically. Yeah. I mean, like I think that
I need to play those games.
Cooler.
I think I would like that, like a movie.
Yeah,
game.
See those games. The interesting thing there is, I think the games are rough to go back to.
Yeah,
to play. So like 3, like Snake Eater and stuff. Like I think that's a little tough to play. Cool, but still tough to play. But then you play Phantom Pain, so Metal Gear Solid 5. That has the least amount of that stuff. Like it has a bunch of like the intro is like, I don't know, like fairly long,
right,
and stuff. But it doesn't. It's not as coherent's not the right word, but it doesn't like link stuff together as much. Like they got Kiefer Sutherland to do the voice and whatnot for Snake, and they kind of recast him, but he doesn't say that much.
Right.
It's like they brought him in for a day, and then that was it. I don't know. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. You've thought about this.
I thought, dude, I've been thinking about it a lot, and I got my top 5 player characters pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then it was just a matter of going through list after list after list of characters and games and things like that. And it's like, hey, do you measure up? Do you measure up? And it's just like, nope. So
right.
I feel pretty confident, but it'll be interesting.
Yeah. No, we'll have to see.
But sorry, like with rules, it's like as long as you can play them, technically, I think they're a viable character.
Now here's the question. So I'm going to bring up an example here. So talking about something like Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
You play as Soap in 4 exclusively, except if we're talking about the Marines, where you play as Private Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah, you like my history
lesson here?
Did
you have to look that up?
I did not. No,
yeah, that's pretty good. The American.
Oh yeah, gets blown up by a nuke, dude. That game's so fucking good. I actually think
some might say it's the best game of all time.
Well, in the bracket format.
Did we say IGN ended up going with God of War? It actually beat out Grand Theft Auto 5. That was the last 2 in
oh, wow. Grand Theft Auto 5 made the finals?
Yeah, I know. It's
Remember
stupid.
when you were telling me? No, it's not,
stupid.
dude. That game is fantastic. And I hold that to today.
All right.
If we ever do a top 5 trios, I'm fighting tooth and nail for those guys to make the list.
I think Doug Trio is a better trio.
Doug Trio?
Yeah.
From
Pokemon.
Oh, the little fucking mole things?
Yeah.
Groundhogs?
Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
Anyway.
All right. So you play as Soap in COD 4.
Yes.
But then in Modern Warfare 2, you don't.
Sure.
You play as Roach.
Don't you play as Soap at 2? I think you play as Soap as 2. Or maybe you play it might be 3.
In the end, the last mission, you play as Soap.
But then you also play in 3, because I think he dies in 3, right?
You do not play as Soap in 3. You play as Yuri.
But Soap dies in 3.
Soap dies
That's
in 3.
Right. Okay.
So technically, if we're talking about Soap, it's only COD 4 that we're talking about.
Sure.
Is that how you're counting it, or is it just like Soap?
I think
counts because we played him once.
Character counts. So what you're trying to, I guess, your argument.
So we can
is,
play. We can put Captain Price on the list because we played him in Modern Warfare 3.
I see what you're
last
saying.
Mission.
Okay, I got you. I would defer to you. So you're saying, and this would be very tough to do, but you're saying if you play as Soap, for lack of argument, or for sake of argument, it's only in 4, right? That you play as Soap. Do you have to then block out everything else?
I am saying if you play as them for a significant time period, they should count. So
just
Captain
across
Price
the board, like
all
the history and everything,
right? Because I don't think Captain Price should count because we literally only played as him once, twice.
I got you.
We played as him the last mission in MW3, and we played as him in the flashback sniper mission. In
what happens
COD
with
4.
multiplayer games though? Because you can play as Price. Would that just count?
No, because we're talking about single player.
Okay.
Are we? Or can I include League of Legends characters in here?
Well, that's what I'm saying is I think that would be technically not against the rules. I just don't know how well that
I don't
would
think
hang.
they'd win, yeah.
On the same level as that, like every character in Smash Bros. Would count.
Yeah, but they have their own games, so.
I guess that's true. Like it's kind of opened up. Like Peach and Toad are in Mario 2 that you could play the same amount of time. Okay.
All right.
So that's really it. Like that's it.
I'm sure we'll discover more things as we go through this, but
yeah, I mean, I guess my only other question would be for multiplayer games, or like player 2 characters. Mm-hmm. Are we counting that stuff?
Give me an example.
So the one that comes to mind is like Gears of War, right? Like you're playing as Marcus. That is the single player experience. He is the protagonist. That's who you go through.
That's why I say it shouldn't count because now we can include literally anyone in Gears of War.
Well, I'm not saying multiplayer as much. Like I'm good, maybe kind of like because now we're narrowing it down to like only single player experiences, which gets a little interesting.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you're playing as Marcus and that's it, but if you get a co-op person and they're playing as Dom,
does Dom count?
Does Dom technically count?
So
as
kind
a
of the same
character? argument.
argument. Does the Arbiter count in Halo 3?
That's a great argument. Yeah. I don't think it changes my list at all. I'm just curious
think it
on what
should,
you think.
Because the Arbiter has pretty. He's kind of
like they're
co-main
realized characters. Yeah, it's not like a Mario situation where like Luigi was just like a color swap or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, I would consider that. Who's the third and fourth characters in those games though? Did you just cog soldiers?
I don't think it was 4-player on Gears of War 1. I think it was just 2-player, and then you would have.
What about Gears 2?
Gears 2, I believe, was 4-player, but I think it was dependent on like, is it like Dizzy or Ty or Cole?
Dizzy wasn't 2? Because I remember 3.
I don't think he plays as Dizzy, but Dizzy
Marcus,
was in 2.
Dom, depending on the mission, and those 2 girls. Please remember those 2 girls.
Right.
There's the one blonde one,
and like Cole and Baird get
swapped in. Yeah.
It was Ty and I forget who else, but it's like
probably Baird.
I guess maybe.
Yeah.
Dizzy was definitely in 2, but I don't think he was a playable character.
He was a playable character in 3.
I don't know. We need to go back and play those games too.
Dude, those games are fantastic, man. Like I'm just thinking about. I think Gears 3 is my favorite.
I think Gears 3 is by far the best playing one.
Yeah.
But I also
like the characters. Yeah, I like the characters in 3 better.
Yeah.
Like I like the girls in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, anyways, we're playable characters. That's the rules. I'm sure we'll add more as we go through this.
Sure. Do you want to kick it off? Who do you want to throw on?
You have the small list, so
I do have a small list.
You go first.
All right. I'm trying to think of the best person to put on. Let's talk about Kratos. Speaking of Game of the Year, Kratos is quite good.
Unbelievable.
I view Kratos as kind of like this, like almost like anti-hero, like just kind of like this gruff, like person.
Yeah.
And then what I was doing is I was looking at like kind of what he brings to the table in terms of a player character as in a personality and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then putting that against other like characters. So when I'm thinking like gruff and kind of like, blah, I'm thinking maybe like Geralt.
Okay.
I'm putting that up there.
Yeah.
And I know I'm just listing off all these player characters, but I'm thinking Geralt. I'm thinking Sam Fisher.
Yep.
I'm thinking of even like what's his name? I can't think of it now, but I lost it. But those type of characters where it's just like, okay, these are all just kind of like the same, not the same character, but like the same type of personality and character and things like that. And as I kept putting them up against Kratos, if you're talking about God of War 1, 2, 3, and then I don't know, some of the other ones they kind of tacked in there, like Ascension and stuff.
Yeah.
That's fine. But then that 2018 game came out, man, where they got the new voice actor, they got the new like storyline, and it was just, to me, that completely made him like a character. So instead of just like, oh, I'm angry all the time, now he actually has a son, has some drive, has some, like, it was a completely different.
I think it puts him over the top, the 2018 version.
Yeah.
But the discount God of War 1 through 3, like what he went through with that.
I think Master Chief was the other one I was thinking of. Like just like these gruff, like kind of just like, this is how I am.
Master Chief's so cool though.
I'm not discounting Master Chief. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
God of War 1 through 3 though, like to discount that arc itself. I mean, talk about a tragic character. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it's been a long time since I played this, so any diehard God of War fans, please correct me on this. But the dude like ends up killing his own family, right? Mm-hmm. That's like in the first cutscene, right?
Yeah.
Becomes the God of War, all this shit. Has to kill. I mean, you go through those games, the amount of people he has to kill. He's got to kill his like siblings, his dad.
Yeah.
Fucking all the god. Like it's just unbelievable what he goes through. And then what? Didn't he get another family and then they died too, right?
No, I mean, unless you're talking about like 2018, right?
No, I'm pretty sure he gets another wife, and then Zeus kills them.
That might be,
and that puts him back in the game.
Okay, that might be past my knowledge of
I'm pretty sure, unless someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not
sure
discounting
that stuff. It's just whenever I'm putting other characters around, like Geralt's good,
yeah,
but if it was just the original trilogy Kratos against like something like Geralt, for me in my like own list, I think Geralt would edge him out.
Sure.
But
I'm with
whenever
you.
you layer on that 2018 kind of rethinking, restructuring of that character,
Right. Kratos
Man,
was always
so good.
awesome and badass and like tragic and everything like that. But yeah, getting that 2018 version.
I mean, he
you're
was like Doom guy with a voice.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. And yeah, getting that 2018 where like now, you know, he has a kid.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, so this is what he could be.
Right.
And what he is.
Like, it makes me wish that there was
It's called an arc.
more.
Like,
Yeah,
that's,
but like I wish
wow.
there was more depth back then. But like, I think the reason why 2018 was so profound was because he didn't have that much depth in 1, 2, and 3.
Right. No, absolutely. Yeah. It made all that difference. Because like, oh, wow.
Right.
Like, he's really trying to change.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that game is so fantastic. I mean, you talk about a guy
I would say it might be the best game
of all time.
It feels wrong to label something that came out in like 2018 or even recently to say it's like the best game of all time, because it almost feels like you're cheating out decades of other games. But when you look at the story,
at some point
the
though,
gameplay,
something needs to come along.
The visuals,
Yeah.
the music, the act, like all of it is just such a masterful culmination of all that stuff. Like, it's like you got to give credit where it's due.
Absolutely. It was in our final four though, right?
Yeah.
On the bracket at least.
Yeah.
I still think COD 4 is better. Because you get it, dude. You get a whole nother. I mean, I don't even want to get into this.
No,
game,
I
you get
don't
a whole
either,
other component.
You do
with the online.
Yeah, and I think
and
that's
the story
why
mode's
it edged out.
fantastic
Sure.
in 4 as well. So, anyways, Kratos is unbelievable.
I
The
think he
depth that
belongs
this
on the
guy
list.
has, absolutely. The arc he has. I mean, trying to escape his past, trying to raise this kid with like, you know, it gives a whole new meaning to like the sins of our fathers. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
like fucking like
That was
I don't
written
know.
about him.
I guess like it's like how can I raise this kid with the things I've done? And you see the struggle, and he has to not only remember all this stuff, but he has to literally tap into that.
Yeah.
When he gets to the scene where he gets the blades, man,
Dude,
and
I
Athena's
had
voice in the
chills.
background.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
my
It's
god,
amazing.
it's
Yeah.
unbelievable, right?
Yep.
And when he's in hell with Zeus and shit, it's like, man,
It's perfect.
yeah.
It's a perfect game.
They tie all that shit together. What a great dad, by the way.
And it comes out in January on PC, so we get to experience that all again.
Man, it's so good.
Yeah,
That's gonna look pretty. Yeah, he belongs on the list. Kratos is a fantastic character.
100%.
All right, let's see what I'm. Okay, I will just quickly mention this.
Okay.
I know that you're not going to be on board with this, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention this because I'm always a Red Dead apologist. John Marston, great character. I know you're not a fan, but I just want to mention it on here quickly.
We can put him on the.
No, it's okay. I know he's not going to make. I don't even know if he'd be on my top 5, but I want to mention
interesting.
him. I want to
Okay.
mention him.
I was gonna say, because I feel like I'm gonna have one or two that you might be like,
Yeah, I don't think he's on my top 5. I would be remiss if I didn't mention him. I think he's a great character.
Yeah.
And Tyler just hates Rockstar.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. But what I
Max
do want to
Payne's
talk
okay.
about. What?
Max Payne's okay.
What I do want to talk about is Ezio Auditore.
I know
He's fantastic.
he is.
This guy is suave,
Yep.
collected, competent, just a badass.
Yeah.
He slays, man.
Yeah.
In both senses, dude. And dude, he ages like fine wine, man. Him in Revelations, I'm like, dude, if I'm that half as cool as he is when I'm 60, fuck, dude, it's over.
Yeah.
Like he is. Like people talk about like silver foxes, you know. Like I guess Geralt would be one. How old is he? He's pretty old, right?
He's
very old,
he's
right?
very old,
yeah. Anyways, Ezio is like the guy I think of actually in Revelations. Like the dude's like 60 in that.
See,
game.
when I think of Silver Fox, I think of Sam Fisher personally, but I
would
understand where you're
put
coming
Ezio
from.
over. That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
how like
no, I get what you're
serious I
saying.
am about that. He's still scaling buildings and taking on
I think
crowds of guards. Insane.
the people at Ubisoft are still trying to capture that lightning again.
Yeah.
In terms of Assassin's characters.
Yeah.
So here's my counter to that.
All right.
And I'm okay. I'm okay going the Ezio route because I agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I think is the closest you get to that level of seriousness, comedy, I feel weird saying sexiness, but it's just like you can go through Greece and just bone everybody, and it's hilarious. Like, it is the funniest thing in the entire world, where she's like the actress that plays Cassandra versus I think it's Alexios or someone.
Yeah.
If you pick one and then the other one, like whenever, like whoever you don't pick becomes like the quote unquote villain, which is I think very interesting.
That's cool.
But her voice actress is phenomenal, and the way she acts and handles situations and her sarcasm and everything, I had not felt kind of like this Ezio vibe until I played as her.
Right.
And that game is just so much larger, and you can do so many other things that it's the fact that she maintains that just that kind of presence the entire game on such a massively bigger game than Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood and Revelations.
Yeah.
Like, even combined, like Odyssey is a bigger game.
Yeah.
And it's
because it was made like
no, 100%, absolutely.
later.
But like all the little things where, like, one of the things was she went in and I forget what it was, but she had sex with this guy and this woman separately, who ended up being married to each other. So she banged two different people.
Is this your choice, or is this part of the game?
You could choose to do certain things.
So
my choice was
person.
like, I'm just going in and anyone that's like, hey, you want to do? I'm like, yes, we're just doing it.
Oh, so you're a child.
Hilarious.
Okay.
I'm a child.
Yeah, okay.
But then you meet the people's son.
My God.
And I forget all the ins and outs.
This is a plus for her?
Well, it's hilarious. But it's funny because what happens is you end up killing one of the parents.
My God.
Again, I'm totally butchering this.
Yeah, okay.
But then one of the lines is like, wait a minute, you like boned my mama and papa? And then it's just like, and then you can add a line of dialogue like, and I murdered them or something. Like, it was just so dumb.
God.
But it was so hilarious. And
Yeah.
like, the character is just great. Like, Smart Alec, it's just, she is, in my mind, and granted, this is because I haven't played, I'm sure, Assassin's Creed 2 in quite some time. So good.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm okay taking Cassandra off.
Don't want to discount the parental boning.
No. It's just like, that was the thing where, like, she was very serious, and there were very serious moments in the game and stuff. Yeah. But the actress that did her could go from that to these just joking,
the
like,
range.
Ridiculous side quests.
Yeah.
I thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's good range. Ezio is more linear.
It's a more linear story.
Yeah, it's more linear story. So it's like, we know who Ezio is. You don't really get choice with him, really. But I think it's tight, though. Like, I think he's just a really well-written character.
Well, and you never played Odyssey, so I get
Odyssey.
that, and that's totally fine. I'm fine going with Ezio. I think that's a great choice. I just wanted to bring up Cassandra.
He doesn't have to be on the list yet, but I mean, he's probably on my list, dude. When I think of suave characters, like, he's
up there.
right up there.
Yeah.
He's funny too. I mean, not as like jokey, I'm sure, as Cassandra or other characters.
I mean,
obviously.
the intro, he's like running out of some lady's bedroom.
Yeah,
right?
it's like classic. I don't know. That's a classic trope, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's like that. But dude, you like literally in 2, you like watch his family get hung.
That's
right
what I mean. Yeah,
it's like what a way to fucking start.
It's range.
It's just
you
like
still have
insane.
it. Yeah.
And he's like sitting there. He's like, I'm gonna kill all these fucking people.
Yeah, get some drive.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's really, and he's got 3 games to do it. It's not. I mean, you said Odyssey's bigger, but like he's got 3 games.
Someone would have to.
You get to see him age. Sure. You know what I mean? Like in 2, he's like this young, rambunctious kind of dude, and then we get to see him mature as the games go on. It's like really cool. I love that, like growing with a character.
That's when
awesome.
The Assassin's Creed idea and story and everything with Altair and Desmond, like, they were still on the right track.
Right.
I will say,
it got a little away.
Well, that's the thing is, like, Odyssey, like, if I have a criticism of Odyssey, and like they try something, I don't think they necessarily nail it. But like the real world or the current time is like they can't recover.
Yeah.
After you're like, oh, and Desmond dies and all this, and it's just like, and completely like just wreck that entire storyline.
Yeah, you have to commit to that, but it's like I was never a fan of the Desmond arc thing. I thought it was stupid. Like
I don't think it was real. Like we never got the realization.
No.
Like if Nolan North comes onto a thing and says this is the best story I've ever been a part of, and he still says that.
Yeah.
And how
but he didn't get to realize
angry he was that it didn't get kind of full. Like
it got kind of weird. I don't know. It got kind of weird for me. I was of the mindset of let's just tell his story. I don't know why we need this extra element to it. That's me. I don't know.
I think it could have been interesting.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah. I mean, you have to commit, right? You got to commit to that.
Well, let's put Ezio out there.
Let's put Ezio out there. He's fantastic. I love that. And I think so I was saying I like growing with the character. I can't stand when a character stays the same age forever, like Ash Ketchum. Like dude's still like fucking 12 after. Like, dude, how cool would it have been if we got to see Ash grow up and now he's like an adult.
Yeah.
And he's like a And maybe he's not even the main character anymore. Maybe he's like the final boss of the show. Now he's like in the Elite Four.
Yeah, like a gym leader.
How fucking cool would that be? I don't know. That would be sick.
I agree.
I like that. You see Kratos age. Like you can't tell me that's cool. Like actually seeing your characters because you're growing with them. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a really cool feeling.
Absolutely.
That's stupid, man. I wish I could write everything.
Let's talk about suaveness for a second.
All right,
and I want to put Nathan Drake on the list.
I never played these games, but from what I've seen, man, this guy's like so cool.
So,
dude, isn't there a movie coming out?
Yeah, they just put the trailer out.
They cast what's his face?
So originally, and this is the funny part, originally Mark Wahlberg was going to be Nathan Drake.
He's too old.
Yeah, so now he's Sully.
Yeah, what a demotion! Holy shit!
Which is still technically a younger version of Sully, no mustache, anything.
Yeah,
I don't particularly enjoy that casting, but hey, maybe they'll do.
Well, it's what's his face, Spider-Man.
It's Tom Holland is going to be young.
Are you
Nathan
fucking
Drake.
serious? What a horrible choice.
So the interesting part there, and I shit you not, Chelsea and I did this morning, where I was like, oh hey, the Uncharted movie, they put the trailer out. She's like, well, let's watch it. So we watched it, and I watched it for the second time, and I'm just like, this is fine. Like it's young Nathan Drake. I get why they're doing it because then they kind of have a little bit more freedom and it's not so tied to the movies. But like you're still falling out of an airplane. You're still doing all this stuff where it's like, oh hey, that scene was from the video game, or like, oh hey, there's
do you think they can shoot that better than a video game where you can control physics?
To be fair, it looked very good.
All right.
Now the other half of that is, I was like, hey Charles, did you ever see Nathan Fillion? Be Nathan Drake.
That's what I'm saying. That's who came to mind.
Well, they did a 15-minute fan film, and I don't know if you saw it.
No.
If you never saw it, so what I challenge you to do.
I always thought that he looked like Nathan Drake.
Well, he is if you ask anybody on the internet, when I air quotes anybody, if you ask anybody on the internet, Nathan Fillion needed to be Nathan Drake.
I mean, he's kind of older too now, though, right?
He is, but if you look at Uncharted 4, Nathan Drake's pretty old.
Yeah,
I mean, his daughter's old. Anyway.
Yeah.
But what I challenge you and I challenge the listeners to do. First off, it's 2 minutes. Watch the Tom Holland Uncharted film.
Okay.
Best of luck to them. It's fine.
Sure.
Like it's not bad.
Okay.
Then what you do is you look up the Nathan Fillion Uncharted fan film. 14 minutes. It is so faithful to everything. The humor, the characters, the way they interact with each other. It's absolutely incredible.
Right.
And to see both of those and just be like, what are they doing? Like, what is the studio?
It's just names. It's just names, bro.
Yeah.
It's like I was literally watching Onward, the Disney movie.
Okay.
And Spider-Man's in that too?
He was in everything for
That's what I'm saying. It's like he was with Will Smith on some pigeon movie or some shit. It's like, dude, okay, first of all, it pisses me off there. And here's just a side rant. It's like, you have an animated film. You're not telling me that you could grab a voice actor that's 1/8 the price that's going to be better than Tom Holland? Mm-hmm. Are you serious? It's literally just names.
Yeah.
But you don't even see them in an animated movie.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're just throwing money away.
And can you listen to an animated character and not just always have
that's Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I watch Moana and I'm like, oh, that's The Rock.
Yeah, right. I like Tom Holland.
The Rock's great. Yeah,
spoiler might
great.
be, but I think Spider-Man is either my favorite, or depending on the day, favorite or second favorite Marvel movie.
Oh
I love.
Hopefully, we never get to that because I mean they're good.
I love Tom Holland.
He's good. I think
he's
fantastic
in film, out of film, everything. He is
very great,
very charming.
Yes,
awesome.
Yeah.
But when you Honestly, you just need to watch the Nathan Fillion.
I will. Yeah, no,
and it's
absolutely. No, I agree.
It's mind bending.
They're trying to do round peg, square hole. Square peg, round hole? I don't know.
Hey, it might work, right? Like they did Angelina Jolie and they did the Tomb Raider thing, and I'm sure you could have found a better fit or something like that. But the big name, like they got to sell at the end of the day. Like you have to sell the tickets. You have to get people into the theater, and Tom Holland will absolutely get more people in the theater. Than
you're right. It's the fucking whiteboard.
Because even if you get every Uncharted fan,
it's not.
You're never going to please everyone.
Right. You're gonna still get the Uncharted fans. That's what they know. You're still gonna get the Uncharted fans.
You're gonna get everyone else that likes Tom Holland. So I can't blame them at all.
Fucking whiteboard people.
I can't blame them. But anyway, all that being said, I think Nathan Drake is
funny, cool,
an incredible character. He's not just like a goofy, like I'm just gonna plunder like he's actually like smart. You get some history in there. You get like a very kind of like National Treasure
Indiana
vibe.
Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I think the cast of characters is great.
Who do you think's cooler, him or Indy?
Him. I think Nathan Drake is better than Indiana Jones. Not even a question.
Easy.
Yes.
You don't like Indiana Jones?
I do like Indiana Jones.
Okay.
I think Nathan Drake is a better fleshed out, better realized character, better cast of characters. And I'm sure some people will get super angry. And I like Harrison Ford. But I think the way Nolan North voiced the character, and like that was him, right? Like that was just his voice. He didn't really have to do any change with it. It was just like with a cast of characters, like you didn't see that a lot in video games. Whenever the first Uncharted came out and characters were like not stammering, but like not like delivering a line perfectly. It was like, and they were talking over each other, and it's very because they were all in the booth together, I'm assuming maybe I'm way off base, but like they were interacting with each other, and like you did the motion capture, and it was just so fluid and real, and like you were in the moment, like so much better than anything out there. Like I shouldn't say it, but you know what I mean. Like most things, it's just like that was the most, and like the visuals are rough now.
Yeah.
But holy crap, it was just like
it was ahead of its time,
the characters
for sure.
were so much better. And like the fact that when he was running and he would be talking to himself, or he'd be like, no, like, like if he's like going down something or he's getting shot at and he's like, swearing and stuff, like that's the kind of stuff that you need, like that interaction with the environment and the characters, like that made you so much more invested with the character.
Yeah.
I just think he's a fantastic player.
Yeah, we can put him up there.
I mean, he needs. I will fight too. Like out of everyone, like that's the person I'm fighting for to put on the list.
Really? Okay, 100%. We can put him on the list.
Yeah.
I've never played the game, so I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage. But I totally agree. I mean, his reputation.
Yeah. Like I'll give you Cassandra and different things like that. I think she's fantastic. I think she belongs on the list. But like
over Ezio, I don't think so.
I mean, again, to be fair, I would need to go back and play Ezio and kind of compare. But Nathan Drake is so good.
Yeah. Nathan Drake's fantastic. Yeah. So,
your turn. What do you got?
Let's take a look what I got next. All right, I'm just going down this list here. Master Chief.
Master Chief.
Another cool guy. Doesn't say a lot, but dude, does it even fucking matter, man? There's just something. I've never seen a guy say so little words.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
So Master Chief is interesting because I view him on the same level as something like a Doom guy and something like a BJ Blazkowicz. So like you have your Wolfenstein, you have your Doom, and stuff. Right. It's just like this kind of first person, like you just go through. What they did well with Chief is they actually gave him a voice, albeit like a short one, but like he was very gruff, but like it fit the character.
Yeah, he's got some good one-liners and things like that, and he gets like cutscenes and stuff. So
right, so they realized him a little bit more, which is why I would definitely put him above the other characters. Even though Wolfenstein 2 is pretty good.
Yeah, Wolfenstein is good. Yeah,
personally, I would put Wolfenstein 2, BJ Blazkowicz above Master Chief, which I know is like crazy. I know you were adamantly against that, and I'm fine putting Master Chief's on my list. I think we should put him up there.
He's in your top 5?
He's in my top 5.
Really?
Yeah. And it was a tough call, but my heart says they did more with BJ Blazkowicz, and they realized him a little bit more.
Right.
Because Master Chief's had 5 games, 6 games, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, 5 games. We'll say 5.
5.
In BJ, that one game was just so good, where it's just like, man, I
think Wolfenstein's very good, but I don't know. I think you like it more than.
Well, the reason
a little bit more than I think it's good though. I think
the reason why I put Master Chief above it is because I think the reason why I like Wolfenstein 2 so much is the cast of characters, not necessarily him. I think he's great, but I think Master Chief.
I think you're right.
If you're going just pound for pound, just those characters,
because Master Chief's kind of by himself,
right?
Cortana, you get the duo there, but
yeah.
man, he's like pretty much alone in that.
Which is weird because Cortana I know is like a different character and stuff, but like she's always in your head.
Yeah.
So it's like it's weird, like
you're really connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this symbiotic, like you're the same person. It's interesting.
Yeah. So Master Chief, I don't know if we'll put him. I mean, we could put him on the list, but we're very quickly already have 3 people if that's the case.
I think that's fine. I mean,
all right, we'll put him on there.
We'll put him up there, and then
yeah.
we can keep going.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see our other arguments here. All right, you go now.
All right, I want to throw out Marcus Phoenix.
Love Marcus.
Marcus is better. So this is kind of like the Kratos argument. I know how we were talking about like gruff people and stuff.
Yeah.
Marcus is better than he has any right to be. In one, I think he's just like this, like, oh, I don't care, or whatever.
Right.
But it's still interesting because he still has some depth in one. Which, if you think about, like, I forget when Gears of War came out. Let's say 2005 or 6 or something, like right when the 360 launched.
Yep.
That's like a very like man's man, like shooter. Let's just kill grubs type of thing. And you can see like this evolution where they just continuously make his character a little bit deeper. Has a son. Has like some crazy trauma. He has his dad. He has like he has a lot of like family stuff that is like
that's in the newer
happening.
stuff though, right?
Well, so his dad was part of like
his
one
dad
or
was
alluded
part of,
to and stuff like that.
His kid is in the new ones.
His kid's in I believe it was 4 and 5.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, you have these choices too, where like you can have his kid die, right? Spoilers. Yeah, but you can like you make these hard choices,
right?
But then it's not these like canned things because it's just like I feel bad doing this, but I'm like I just want to see what Marcus does. Like if I choose this, like I want to kind of see what happens. And like the acting is phenomenal. Like it's just it goes beyond just this big like meathead guy, and the characters are great. But like he's one character that interacts with everyone well, plays the straight man well, plays the leader well,
right?
And it's not like you have a great cast of characters and he's just kind of along for the ride, but he leads and he really carves out a presence within the other characters, and they are reacting to him more than like your character reacting to like the kind of the scenes around you. It's very hard to describe, but
he demands your presence when he's on screen. Like he's an excellent example of a great leader. You know what I mean? Like
I put him on the same level as like, I mean, I think he's better than Chief. I think he does more.
If we're talking
better, arc.
More depth, more everything like that, dude. I wish they got into Chief's like backstory and stuff because I think that would really like give him points. But we're only talking about the video game, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, dude, in the books and shit about like the Spartan Project or whatever, you know, all
100%.
that shit, like that would be. Imagine cutscenes with that, and I don't think there were. Maybe in the newer ones, I think you were saying they.
Allude to it a little bit more, and I know that, like with 4, the cutscene talking about like Halsey and kind of explaining the background and stuff. But again, that's not Chief. Like Chief is very, very one note, and there's reasons behind it. It's not like he's just like a very stiff actor or a very stiff character. Like it makes sense in that universe,
right?
But does that make him a great protagonist when you compare it to something that's a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more arc, a little bit more growth, like Marcus Phoenix, where like maybe he, you know, starts out kind of with a chip on his shoulder, and then eventually he grows into this more leadership role, and then turns into like old man Phoenix, like
and we see the growth there again,
and the age, so which like, I know you're a fan of. So it's just
like, dude, it's just like literal, you know, growth. There's an arc there. They become more mature. Like Marcus in 1 versus Marcus in 5,
right?
So much of
and he's funny, but like he doesn't. It's hard to kind of pinpoint.
He's very gruff. If we're talking gruff characters, like very,
he might be the gruffest.
The gruffiest,
the
gruffiest.
Like, it's just
he's fantastic.
He's seen
though.
some shit, and it's. I think he should.
Dude, he is like top 5 foxhole guys. Like you're in a foxhole, you want Marcus Phoenix in there with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the dude's got your back.
Yep.
The dude means business, capable.
Yeah.
Just fantastic. I love foxhole guys, man.
I think with the bond that he has with Dom and the other guys and stuff, like it's just so.
Yeah, when Dom dies, dude, and he's like,
no, and he gets and to see how he reacts with that. and people, and he's like, oh, he's my brother, and like starts screaming at him and stuff.
Yeah,
to see that, and then to see how he reacts when, if you pick his son dying, where he's just very quiet. Again, the acting chops on I keep forgetting his name. He was from Futurama.
Which guy was he in Futurama?
I can't. I'll have to think. It'll come to me. He did like the voice of Joker. So he's a big name guy.
Okay.
But just seeing like how he acts there and like this just really quiet. I'm like, I don't know how I would act like if my son died because obviously I don't have a son. But like, it was like, oh man, like I think he nailed it.
Yeah,
just across the board.
Yeah. I haven't played the newer ones. I think he would be higher for me if I did play the newer ones to kind of realize that, in a very much similar vein as God of War.
Yeah.
But I do love Marcus. I think he's fantastic.
And he's not even the main character in the Marcus, or in the new ones, but when it's just
kind of a side. Yeah. Okay.
But when he does become a part of your team and different things like throughout the game, but when you go to find him or meet him or whatever, you just got a giant smile on your face because it's absolutely. Like, that's Gears of War.
Yep.
It's just like, yeah, the new characters are fun. They're just kind of like palette swaps, whatever. Like, but when you get Marcus on your team,
changes the game.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He's great. Love Marcus. I don't know if I put him on.
I think he needs to be in the conversation.
I
would like to put him in the same vein as Ezio then.
So Chief's on and he's not?
I would put him on before Chief, personally.
Yeah, I think I would too, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, Chief's cooler. But when you really get to it, what is Chief? Besides
that's my
cool
argument.
Guy explodey.
Like he's good.
But dude, there's something about, I just want to say, the argument for Chief is there's something about saying 3 words and being one of the coolest characters of all time.
Sure.
There's something about that.
Absolutely.
It's the Boba Fett effect.
Yeah.
You have one fucking line and you're one of the most memorable characters.
It's the mystery and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's under that helmet, man?
Yeah.
I love it. I love that.
It's disappointing when they zoom in on it, like, and you see like his kind of like wrinkled eyes and stuff like that. But the more they show him, the less
exactly. Yeah, you got to keep a shroud of mystery. I would take Chief over Boba Fett.
I'm just going to roll back on what I literally just said. Is seeing Boba Fett in The Mandalorian, which you haven't seen The Mandalorian.
Okay, yeah.
So I might maybe see The Mandalorian and then roll back.
Then I might roll that back.
Because
dude, the way he dies, though, dude, it's like,
yeah, well,
that's a bad way
quote
to go.
unquote, like quotes.
Oh yeah,
dies,
I guess.
Clearly
well,
doesn't.
didn't they? Oh, Mandalorian. Okay.
Yeah.
Mandalorian takes place after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So he crawls. So he's still, because I know in the extended universe, originally he crawls out.
Yep.
But now they do that again.
Yep.
Okay. Fuck Disney.
Here's the thing. They do a good job explaining, alluding, all that stuff.
Okay.
Like, I think they make good on all that stuff.
Okay.
But he's a pretty cool character.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Even in the originals.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do anything.
Right.
He really doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
He sits there next to Vader while Vader's the one blocking bullets and shit.
Right.
Honestly, right?
Yeah. But he's very calm when he's getting shot at.
Oh, yeah.
So there's that, I guess. But
and then he argues with Darth Vader. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Technically, Boba Fett's a playable character, so we could go down that road. I don't want to. Star Wars Demolition, Battlefront, I guess, technically.
Well, yeah, he's one of the leaders, and I don't know. Whatever. All right, so my go?
Yeah, so real quick, who do we have on the list officially right now? Are we saying Marcus,
is on the
Kratos,
list.
Nathan Drake?
Nathan Drake's on the list, and I guess Marcus Phoenix is on the list?
I would do it.
I'd be careful about Marcus. I think he could get booted.
Okay.
Potentially.
I'm waiting to hear a better character. Who you got?
Well, I should save this one for you, but whatever. I'll bring it.
Okay.
Lara Croft.
Lara Croft.
She's great.
She's not bad.
All pixelated and awesome.
So I would say specifically the rebooted Tomb Raider.
Oh,
Lara
you like
Croft.
the rebooted ones? Interesting.
I do. Yeah.
I don't think I've heard you talk about that
No,
before.
they're fine. I think she's a cool character.
Yeah.
I like the story. I think she carries the game well enough, and I like the voice actress and everything. Like, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think Cassandra's better, so I just want to put that out there as a character.
Wow.
I think Aloy's better from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I might agree with you there.
Not that it has to be
Raiders.
like woman to woman type of thing.
I played like the original Tomb Raiders on PS1.
Does she even talk in this? I guess she might have to.
I think she does.
Yeah.
But dude, it was like I don't know. Like back then, it wasn't. You don't get a lot of female characters back then, so it was kind of a little bit revolutionary. I know there was Samus from like Metroid, but you don't get a lot. So you get this badass like female lead.
She's
it was
super
really
cool. Like
yeah.
I like, and I think they do a very good job, kind of desexualizing her in like the new games and stuff, and like she actually has to like, okay, she kills somebody for the first time, and she has to kind of come to grips with that.
Yeah.
Now, right after, she just murders 1,000 other people. So there's that kind of
we got through this barrier.
Game.
Yeah.
But I think she does a pretty good job. Where I love her in 1 and 2. And then 3 kind of stretches it, and she gets a little, like, kind of self-absorbed. Like it's like it's a weird tonal shift. I understand what they were going for, but it just kind of like it made you feel a little iffy on her.
So you take Aloy though from a story.
Yeah, and like I said, it doesn't have to be like female to female. I just think if you're talking about like a strong female character and like well realized and what I'm looking for that, like. I think Aloy is very, very good for what she had to go through and how, like, how she, dealt with all of that stuff. Again, with Cassandra, I just think that she's fantastic.
Okay, so we don't have to put her on, but I do want to mention Lara Croft because she's a staple in the main character.
Sure,
discussion.
yeah. I mean, she's to be
great.
fair, like I put her in the same vein as like freaking Mario, Sonic.
Iconic.
Like, yeah, absolutely.
Iconic.
Like Link, like I put all of that in the same vein.
Now they won't make the list, but
I don't think any of them deserve to be on the list. But yeah,
maybe if you're a bigger Zelda fan, Link.
What does Link do though? It's not like he talks.
I don't know. I don't
Link
play those
talk?
fucking games. I don't know.
But like, does Link actually talk? Does he do anything?
We're gonna get slammed for that, by the way.
Go ahead and show me.
Didn't you play Breath of the Wild? Does he talk in that?
Not for the portion I played.
He plays the flute, doesn't he? He plays something.
He plays the flute beautifully.
Yeah, beautiful flute player.
Sure.
Whatever.
Do you want to talk about like Ellie or Joel or anything from The Last of Us?
So
going down the Naughty Dog train.
Joel's great. I like Joel more than Ellie, but I mean they're a pair, right? I mean, you know my feelings of this. I think Last of Us 1 is far superior to the second one.
Yeah,
and you're the opposite.
I don't.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
Far superior is a strong word. Either way, I don't think 2's far superior. I think the characters are better versions of the characters. I felt them a little bit more believable, and I felt a little bit more.
Yeah, I felt Joel was really believable when he was dead the whole game.
I thought Joel was believable in the first one, but like I don't think. Like the rest of the actors and stuff, like they were good. Like don't get me wrong, like
Dude,
it's a masterclass of storytelling.
Joel and Ellie are like, if we did top 5 duos, they would make the list easily.
You're probably right. I'm not discounting that
duo. I'm a sucker for this. I'm a sucker for father son. I'm a sucker for father daughter.
Yeah,
relationships. I'm a sucker for that.
Yeah.
So you do a strong one like that, like Kratos.
Yeah, I got you.
And Joel and Ellie, I'm on board. Tear up every time at that shit. Like the beginning of Last of Us, dude, I was like a mess.
I still think who's the other woman in Last of Us 2? Which clearly, if I keep forgetting her name,
the girl you go with, Ellie's girlfriend, or
no, the one you play as.
Oh, fuck yeah, the
bulky
chick, yeah.
I don't know, but like I thought she was very compelling. I know it's going to be
no, I hate her. She's terrible.
I know.
And they didn't do us any favors. Like, I'm sure it could have been compelling, but when you kill everyone's favorite character, I know not yours necessarily, but she fucking kills him.
Yeah.
Okay, so we hate this bitch. Okay?
Yeah.
They didn't do themselves any favors. And then we go through the story a little bit as Ellie, right?
Uh-huh.
And we're like, dude, we're going to fucking murder this bitch. Like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, fuck her. Like, that was the point we thought. And then it's like, okay, we get to this climax where we want to murder her.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to play as her for the next 10 hours.
I know.
And it's like,
and
this
for
is awful.
for me to want that and then turn around and be like, nah, I don't, like, I get it.
You should have, there's a different combination of sequences of events there where you can make her more sympathetic, I guess. But
yeah,
it's tough. You build someone up like Joel and then kill him, and then we have to play as the killer.
Well, you need some drive. Like, what else? Like, literally, what else is there to propel Ellie to go to such lengths? You know,
no, absolutely.
I get it.
But then at the end of the game, where she's like, you know what? Let's just go our separate ways. We have to be better than revenge. Just like, fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Nah. Give us the choice at least. Give us the choice.
So I thought they would give you the choice.
Yeah.
I was actually shocked that they didn't, but I think maybe that's like
And
the
I
last.
love to see the percentage on that.
3.
Love to see the percentage.
I think
If you had the choice of how many people would go.
I would have done and maybe that's why I liked it as much as I did, because it happened exactly how I would have wanted it to. And like that's rare in games typically when it comes to something like that, where it's like, I wouldn't have done it exactly that way, like whatever. But
yeah, you would have just left her, go your separate ways. Abby's her name.
Abby, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have
hated the second game.
I would have let her.
Did not deserve Game of the Year. Bullshit.
I don't think it
You
deserves
put Game of the Year over Hades? Are you out of your mind?
Sure.
Hades is twice the game.
Do you like Zagreus as
Love
a
Zagreus.
player character?
Yeah. Love
Yeah?
him. Yeah. He's awesome. He's funny. He's like so like lighthearted, laid back, like kind of young adult vibes. I think they capture that really well. I love the Greek mythology aesthetic there, where it's like modernized.
Do you like
Greek.
him more or less than Ezio?
Oh my god, I have to really think about this. I
know.
Really think about this. I like Ezio more, but
Okay.
Zagreus is
all right. Well, I just wanted to put it
good.
in perspective because I agree with you. I like him a lot. I just wanted to see kind of get it.
Maybe if he gets a sequel and I get to see more of him, that might
more.
change. It's not fair. Ezio gets 3 games, and I get to see him as
I wonder if
grow up.
Hades gets a sequel, because like it did obviously well, but I feel like that studio just likes to continue to.
Yeah, no,
to
I don't think so.
iterate
I don't
and try new
think
things.
they will. But
I respect that a lot.
I respect that too.
Yeah.
You know, you told your story,
Right.
and there's nothing worse than trying to force. You know, you have to have something to say.
I think the worst case scenario for that would be like they come up with like the next game is like a platform beat 'em up. Like a Super Smash or something like that, and then it turns into like, here's Zagreus and he's fighting the guy from Bastion and he's doing it from Transistor. It's just like, it'd be rough.
Anyways, whose go is it? Is it your go?
I don't know. I threw out Ellie, Joel, Sonic, Mario, Link. I feel like I've been throwing out some characters for a while.
I mean, with all the Nintendo people, I was never a Nintendo kid, and I don't know. Is Mario a great? Like, he's iconic.
He's iconic for sure. Is he like the best player?
Does he
character?
do anything besides
I would
rescue
argue
Peach
probably
from the jaws of Bowser?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, we've mentioned Geralt. We mentioned Sam Fisher.
Yeah.
Do you like anyone from Borderlands at all? Because that'd be the interesting thing. Is like you technically play them as the first one. I like their
I like the
characters in
dynamic in the second one where they're kind of like NPCs.
Yeah, but like, does that and that's a perfect example. Like, would that actually count?
Yeah, I would, because you played them the first.
Yeah, I know. But I feel like that's
I wouldn't put them on the list.
Yeah,
they don't even talk in the first one. The first time you hear them talk is in the second one.
True. Yeah.
I think, unless maybe some combat.
Like
stuff,
we have, obviously the combat stuff, but that's it. What
I feel about Agent 47?
So Agent 47 is a good one.
Yeah,
I like. That's tough. I wonder if I like Agent 47 or Sam Fisher better. I don't think either of them belong on the list.
Sam Fisher better.
I do too.
He's got a little more personality.
But Michael Ironside, Sam Fisher. See, that's the thing that I'm conflicted with is Michael Ironside in the voice, because like voice acting obviously is a huge part
of it.
Of this.
Yes, if you like the voice, I think that's a good foundation.
Right, but then like I love the Sam Fisher from the like Blacklist, but then Michael Ironside didn't do the voice of that, so it's like you know.
But it's still the character.
It is.
Yeah.
It
still
is.
Sam Fisher.
But it also isn't. That's the thing.
It's
like,
still Sam Fisher, I think. I think it's a combination.
But it's a perfect example with Kratos. It's a perfect example with Venom Snake. It's a perfect example of, to a lesser extent, maybe like you look at Spider-Man, you look at like Batman.
Right.
Like technically all those are playable characters. Like we could talk about them. But
Batman's pretty good.
Specifically in the Arkham games, he's very, very good. Is he better than what we've already talked about? I don't know. Like honestly, I'm just gonna let you know a secret. Like we've already talked about everyone on my list. Like,
really?
Yeah, 100%. Like I'm ready to rank at this point. But
I got some more names.
Throw them out. Okay. I mean, I'm hoping that you don't.
No, that's okay.
Yeah,
Dante from Devil May Cry.
It's very good, but so I like Dante.
Yeah.
From DMC. So when you say Devil May Cry, I want that weird offshoot DMC short hair.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at.
Interesting. Dante's a beast.
He's cool.
He's real cool.
I never got into the original ones as much, so
Yeah.
maybe I'm missing out on a lot of stuff there. But
Yeah. All right, if you're not on board, I think he might make my
what about
top 5.
Cloud?
I was going to say Cloud.
Yeah.
I'd put Cloud in my top 5.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
You got to play the remake.
Okay.
When he's fully realized,
Sure.
voice
and
acted.
maybe that's the issue.
I'm telling
It's
you,
like,
you're missing a huge...
I don't think he was good in the movies. I don't think he was good in the game.
I think he's very good in the game.
Okay.
I don't know. Dude, his whole arc, I've never seen a character go through an arc like that.
It's cool.
I was like...
Yeah. I mean, it's neat.
I loved it.
Sure.
I don't know. I think it's a fantastic arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's a solid 7.
Oh, God.
7.5.
Fucking worst. He's so good.
What else you got?
Leon Kennedy,
Yeah, he's okay.
Commander Shepard.
I wanted to talk to you about Commander Shepard.
Let's talk about Commander Shepard.
I don't think he should just be on the list.
Why is that?
Because the more I thought about it, is I don't care about Commander Shepard. That's a very black and white way of saying it and pretty reductive. But like at the end of the day, I care about what happens to him, like at the end of 3. But at the same time, like the reasons why I love, like Mass Effect in general is the cast. Like I like interacting and stuff, and like it's just a very default like I'm just a good guy. Here we go, and do this kind of. I want to play Paragon. This is kind of like this way. So I guess in a sense I played the character on how I thought he was.
I disagree. I really love his leadership. Okay,
Yeah.
everyone, his ability to get everyone to like go on fucking suicide missions is fantastic.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, that's pretty much the whole game. You're like going around recruiting these misfits
Yeah.
to follow you into hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I love watching him go up to a character. You're like, no way he's going to be on our team. 5 minutes later, it's like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
I'd die for this
Yeah.
guy. I love that. I fucking love that. You like get Grunt out of his pod and you're like, dude, this guy's going to fucking kill us.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, it's like, yeah, I'll fight for you. Because you got the gun like at his hip, and he just fucking respects the hell out of you for that. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So I don't know. I don't think you're giving enough credit to.
I think you're right. I mean, those are all fair points.
Yeah, because he can yes, the other characters make the game,
Uh-huh.
but the fact that he can go in with all these diverse characters with crazy spans of backgrounds and different experiences, and able to empathize with them and be on the same level as them,
Yeah.
and get them like create real bonds with everyone, like the range he has with that
Sure.
is like insane. I love his cheesy speeches over the voice comm of the Normandy to get everyone ready to go, dude. Like I love it. I'm all about it.
Okay. So you think Commander Shepard should be on the list then?
Yeah, I mean, is he like too perfect though? If you're playing straight Paragon, it's like this guy's not bad at anything except dancing.
That's a tough.
He's very bad dancer.
He's very bad dancer.
Very bad
Yeah.
dancer.
It depends on. So I think the choice aspect of it, and this is why like a lot of with like RPGs and stuff, like you look at like Dova King and you look at I forget who's the character in the like the Jedi game that just came out.
What the Last Order?
Kit
Yeah,
Fisto.
yeah.
No, Kit Fisto is actually Jedi,
Actually
but
Jedi.
yeah,
The
orange hair guy,
redhead guy.
Yeah,
I don't know his name.
I forget his name, but
He's not making the list.
no, but like I think of like Cal Katarn from
Right.
Like the Jedi Dark Forces stuff, and it's just like depending on how you play dark side, light side, and things like that. I think that's interesting. That's actually like video, which is kind of cool and interesting. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you want to make a case, like you did make the case for John Shepard.
What
to be on
do
the
you
list.
think? What do you think about that?
I'm just trying to think of like, to me, it's like, is he better than these kind of predefined characters?
So who do we have on the list?
So I'm thinking Marcus Phoenix.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Nathan Drake.
Yep.
Master Chief's up to you. Like if we actually put him on or not. Who else do we have? Kratos is on
for
there.
sure.
I
That's
know we're
3.
talking about Ezio.
Okay. That's 4.
Yeah. So I mean,
So we
if
do have
you're
a
talking
fifth
about
spot.
that 5 spot, like
Could be Chief. I'd put Shepard right there.
could be Chief, could be Shepard.
I like Cloud a lot. And dude, the fact that you haven't played the remake sucks.
It does.
Because his voice actor is perfect.
I'm still waiting for a perfect
Fully
Cloud
realized.
voice actor. That doesn't make me.
I think, dude, but
Cloud.
even in the original game, what he went through is like I can't think of another character who has an arc that crazy.
Yeah. Like no. Like I agree with you.
Yeah. I think I think you let the fact that it's a 97
old ass
game
get
to you.
Yeah, 100%.
I think you're not doing it
Dude,
justice.
I'm waiting
I think
to
you're
get
closing
a
your
PlayStation
mind.
to play Final Fantasy.
It's coming out on PC.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, probably December. They're probably going to announce it December because that's when the exclusivity is done.
I hope. I wonder. Maybe
PS5.
that's like a triple threat of just like Uncharted 4, God of War, and Final Fantasy all hit January.
You imagine?
That'd be pretty good.
That'd be a good January.
Yeah.
Be a good birthday month. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think he's fantastic. I need Kyle. Where's Kyle, man?
We need
Kyle.
a specific reason why Kyle is not a part of this podcast. Otherwise, it'd just be the Final Fantasy.
Well, once we play it, we're having him
everything.
On.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
We have, dude. We have to talk about it.
All right. Well, then,
Anyways,
honestly,
I think he's there. I think
have
he's
a
fucking
higher
there,
stake.
man.
So let me. So for the
we talk about
characters
coolness.
we have locked in,
We talk about coolness.
Yeah.
We talk about. I think, dude, his arc is fantastic. He starts out as this fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Okay. Who doesn't like anyone. Okay. He's just like, fuck you guys.
Sure.
But you know he's full of shit. You're like, there's something weird going on, right? And then you go throughout the game, right? And he acquires this kind of crew of misfits, as always, which I'm down for. As we see in Mass Effect, I'm down for the misfit crew where you're the leader of it.
Right.
And I love good leaders because that's what a good protagonist should be, like a leader of the team. And he's a terrible leader.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kyle is a bad leader.
Yeah, he's a horrible leader. But then he goes through all this fucking trauma and realizes that he's not even who he thinks he is.
Yeah.
And he's blocked off all the shit. And then he comes back and he's like an actual, like the third act of the game when he comes back and he's like, I fucked up, guys. And like, that's not who I really am. And like, he has to like come to terms with who he really, like,
right.
I'm not special. I'm not who I thought I was. Like, fucking crazy. And he comes back and saves the world, kind of. It's fantastic. I think it's so good.
Sure.
It's such a good leader, dude. I love that moment on the airship when he comes back and he has everyone together and he's like, I'm really sorry, guys. Like, he takes responsibility for everything, dude. Puts it all on his shoulders, man. He's ready to go. Love it. Love Cloud.
Okay, all right. Well, then, so you think he's better than Ezio, Master Chief, Shepard?
Dude, I mean, it's so fucking tough. If the remakes were all completed, maybe.
Let me put it this way. We have Nathan Drake, Marcus Phoenix, Kratos.
Is he better than Kratos?
List.
No. Is he better than Nathan Drake? Probably not. Probably not.
No.
Is he better than Marcus Phoenix? I don't know.
I also say no.
I don't know.
From what I've seen, from what I like, again,
but a lot of the stuff where you put people high is because I really like the voice actor. I really like things like more technical aspects of it.
Yeah.
Where I'm all about like how is this guy written, and Marcus is written
I
well,
think Cloud
but I
is
don't
written
think
poorly.
How.
I think the story is good.
How is he?
I think
the story's
Cloud
about him.
The story, but it's still all the stuff surrounding him and stuff. But him as a character, like, see, that's the thing is like him as a character. How does he interact? How does he speak? How does he like not audibly, but like how is he written? What is his dialogue saying? I don't think it's that good.
You got to play the remake.
You're
not going to understand
I
until
agree
you
with
see
you.
the remake.
I agree with you. I need to play the remake. I'm just saying, like everything I've seen and played of him in the movie.
Yeah. Well, the movie, dude. Kyle didn't do you any favors.
I'm just saying.
The movie sucks.
Looking at Final Fantasy VII and looking at, I agree, it's a cool game. It's a great story. The character, because I don't think Gears of War story is that phenomenal, but the character and the dialogue. And
I like the grittiness
of
Gears of War. I like the grittiness.
So do I. Yeah. But like just the when you look at Marcus Phoenix, and you cut in two, and you cut your way through this earth sandworm or whatever, and you finally get out, and you chainsaw your way out of the worm, and he's just laying covered in blood, and in your mind you're just like, what do you even say to that? And he's just like, oh, command, I don't even know. And it just like that is such a perfect line, experience, delivery, whatever, where it's just like I connected with him in such a
but I could say the same thing about Cloud. When you fucking cross-dress to get into the mansion and you're about to fuck this guy to save Tifa, I mean, you could say the same shit.
But when you're talking about that, are you thinking about the remake or are you thinking about the original game?
I mean, yeah, the remake is better because it's fully realized, but
and I will take your word
you
on
have,
the remake.
I mean, you have the big reveal, which hasn't been in the remake yet.
Yeah.
Where he figures out like, oh shit, I've based my whole persona off someone else.
Yeah, I just
and
don't
that's in the
think that
original.
but
and
his
I think it's
dialogue,
well
like
done.
it's not. I don't think it's well written. I think it's well done from a aha moment and with like the music and everything. I think that's all really well done.
Yeah, I think you're just too focused on the technical aspect of it.
I'm too focused on the dialogue and the acting.
Script,
which
I
you
get
can't
the
do.
I get the feeling of it better.
But that's the thing is you can't
Because
you can't
you
do
got
it.
to. This is 97. It's been translated from Japanese into English. Like there's typos and shit, and
Look,
it's not gonna be fully.
I just think you're giving it a lot of extra points with all of these things.
Cloud is one of the most
all being
iconic
said,
fucking characters, like
I agree
of
with
all
you.
time.
I agree with you.
Like to this day.
Sure.
Just saying.
I would
There's a reason
say
for that.
I would say Mario is more iconic than Cloud, but Mario is not on this list.
Yeah, you're probably right, but
Link isn't on this list.
Yeah,
I would argue Link's
but
more.
Cloud has the iconicness of him paired together with an actual
some
good
words.
fucking story.
It has nothing to do with the story, though.
Yes, it does.
Some of it does, but what I'm saying is the character.
The story's
itself,
about him.
but it's still about the character.
Yes, it's
like
about
the
the
story is
character.
part of it, but the character and
But
how
he is the story.
Yeah, sure, I agree with you.
All right.
Look, all that being said,
Okay.
All that being said, if Nathan Drake, Marcus Phoenix, and Kratos is on this list, I can be swayed however you want to sway me for the other two spots.
I think you're valuing Marcus. Honestly, I would definitely consider him in the top 5. I wouldn't like Kratos top 5 easy. Nathan Drake top 5 easy for me.
I think Marcus has just as much. Like
Kratos?
Yeah,
No.
I think Kratos is a
Out of
very
your
well
mind.
but then that's when the story and everything comes
Kratos
into
has
play,
been
which
through
is where
like just fucking insane.
so is Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus has too, but it's just like I think Kratos is better realized. I think Kratos has gone through more of a dynamic shift.
I think
in his
God of War is a
arc.
better game than Gears of War. I'm just saying.
I'm talking about all of it. I'm talking the arc that he's went through is so dynamic. More so than Marcus. I think Marcus is a slow build.
but you
It's a
have to-
slow.
Right, but
arc.
then you also have to. You're talking about Greek mythology versus like gritty, very kind of like.
I'm not even talking about the
on-the-ground
stakes of
thing.
it. I'm just talking about like.
Yeah, but I
okay,
think that
we're-
plays a point, a thing in it
Talking
because
about
like
a guy
it's
who's
such a bigger
murdered
than life.
2 families. Okay, he's on his 3rd fucking family. His wife dies. He's got to bury her ashes.
Yeah.
He's got a kid now. Everyone's trying to kill him in this new universe. He just wants to fucking be at peace with himself at this point.
Sure.
And he gets dragged back into this shit. Relives the past. Goes to hell. Like it's just fucking. It's insane.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying you're never going to see Marcus Phoenix go to hell.
What does it matter?
Right?
It's not the point that he goes to hell. It's the point
Well,
that
I think it plays a part of it.
you could have Marcus Phoenix kill his family. That's something
Marcus
that's
Phoenix's son dies. His dad dies.
Yeah, because you
his
picked it.
brother dies.
you picked it. His son,
Yeah, but it's still part of it.
but you picked it.
Well, who knows what's canon?
What
That'll
happens?
Be very interesting.
Yeah, what is that in 5 where that happens?
Yeah.
So,
we have no
we'll
idea
have to
about
see.
six.
You
Six
think
will
it'll be like
very
a split thing? Like it'll remember.
Yeah,
your
but
shit?
that always makes me nervous.
Games don't do that enough.
No, they don't.
That's why I love Mass
It's too
Effect.
much work. It's too much. It's got to cost.
But Mass Effect's so good at that.
yeah, but
and that's why
there's a
it's,
reason
like, my
why
favorite.
it hasn't. No one's done it since then.
But it's so good at that. When they tell you like, oh my god, you're Shepard who flew a plane into like a
Yeah.
on a planet
Right.
or something. I don't know.
So
you know what I mean? I don't
So
know.
what are you saying? You're saying Marcus Phoenix doesn't belong on the list?
No,
to,
I'm just
to
saying
make
I
room?
think you're overvaluing. Because from what you're saying, it's like Marcus Phoenix is top 3 easy, and I don't agree with that sentiment.
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying Marcus Phoenix has to be top 3. What I'm saying is,
Okay.
for people that I'm willing to fight for to be on the list, Marcus is in on my list of I will go up to bat for him. But if you're talking about like, ooh, does Ezio or Cloud get on the list? I have a preference
my floaters
to Ezio
here.
over
Okay,
Cloud,
so I
but
agree with
don't
Kratos
care.
should be on the list. I agree with Nathan Drake on the list, and then my floaters are Marcus, Chief, Cloud, and Ezio as of right now.
Okay, so really you just have to take out one, and the other 3 make it.
I will say I'm trying to look.
Well,
see if I'm forgetting anyone.
John Shepard.
Shepard. Oh fuck, Shepard's in the floaters too.
That's what I mean. Like
And before we continue here, I do want to mention other characters. I'm not going to make it, but I'd be doing a disservice to my childhood if I didn't.
the Traveler from Journey. Go on.
Yeah.
I didn't even mention it. I just
Is that
think
a good character?
But if you want to do a character with zero
Dialogue
words but
and
makes
really
you still
makes you
feel
feel
something,
something,
like,
yeah,
it's pretty
interesting.
good. But no, it doesn't belong on the list.
So, I mean, we talked about Zagreus, which is actually kind of a sleeper.
Gex
From what?
from Gex, the gecko,
I don't know.
like old school PlayStation 1. Okay,
I
that's
never
fine.
played that one.
Gek, I think it's Gek. The gecko
Who's the
or
worm
something.
guy? You know the worm guy?
Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played that.
I
either.
never played it either.
Banjo-Kazooie.
People like that.
We never talked about Spyro.
That's what I was going to say. So
yeah,
Spyro,
Spyro's pretty good.
great character, I think. I think sleeper as well. Like, you think
he's
Spyro, you
one
think platformer. Yeah, but he's hilarious, dude.
He's great. He's a great character.
Yeah.
I just think he's on par with
Like, playing the remakes or the reignited trilogy, because they keep the same dialogue, right?
Yes.
I'm like, dude, Spyro's, like, hilarious.
I wonder if they do.
I think they do.
I think it's the exact.
I think it's the
I know
same
dragons are a little
dialogue.
bit
Obviously,
different,
they voice act. It's, up to date voice acting, which helps.
Yes.
But Spyro's like a snarky asshole.
Yeah. No,
and
he's fantastic.
He knows he's saving the world, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's just this young like brat. I love it. So Spyro, and then my three boys on PlayStation 2. Sly Cooper is amazing. Talk about suaveness, man. That guy, he's a raccoon. I mean, that's the definition of being suave.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. You need to play those games. Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank's great, and Jack from Jack and Dexter. So wanted to at least mention them.
I mean, you can go even further. You can talk about like Booker DeWitt from BioShock Infinite. Like,
Yeah, but I don't know if he would.
He at least interacts.
He does.
I think that the girl is more interesting. But
yeah, Elizabeth's better.
Yeah,
like Elizabeth makes that game for sure.
I don't know.
All right. Anyways, let's get it down here. So,
like, you're your own worst enemy at this point.
Why?
Because I'm willing to go to bat for 3. You are trying to go to bat for like 5.
I'm trying to really think about. I mean, you did more prep work into this than myself.
My prep work was very, very easy because it was like, let me just scroll through a list of all these protagonists. And I hit my 5 very quickly.
Okay, so let's talk about who's solidified.
Yeah.
I think Kratos is, and I think Nathan Drake is.
Yeah.
Now, if you really want Marcus, I'll give that to you.
Out of all the other characters, Marcus is the one I will fight
All right, I'll give
for.
that to you. So then we need 2 spots.
Sure. I have preferences. I'll help you pro
What are
and
your
con it if you
preferences?
want. My preferences, so I would say Master Chief, and then I could be swayed either or for either Shepard or Ezio.
If I had to pick right now, I think it'd be Ezio and Shepard.
Okay.
I would take Shepard over Chief. He has more of dynamic. Like, talk about
Both
polar opposites.
soldiers and everything, though.
Both soldiers in space, but talk about polar opposites where Chief has no relationships with anyone.
Yeah.
Except Cortana.
And he has his little
Shepard
fire
has-
team at the end of 5 or whatever.
Fucking cares. Shepard has like all these people he's recruited.
Yeah.
And it even extends beyond that. Like his legacy of people he knows, who he's helped out. Like,
Oh, there's a way bigger well, I shouldn't say way bigger because I feel like you feel pretty connected to Chief by the end of 3, but I feel like Shepard, you have more is at stake.
yeah, because you're making decisions as him, and
I shouldn't even say more is at stake because
No,
they're
it's the
both
universe.
universe ending. But
you feel the more is at stake because you care more about the fucking characters.
yeah,
And I think that's a testament that he's more well done. I
No-
mean, it's
no
2 different
argument- no
styles.
argument for me. Sure.
2 different styles.
Yeah.
Is Chief cooler than Shepard? Yeah. For sure.
I agree with that.
But is he a better character? No.
So you're saying Ezio and Shepard though? Because like you made a huge case for Cloud, but
I love Cloud, but I don't think you would ever let it on the list.
I would absolutely. You can take either Chief or Ezio off and put Cloud on, and I would
Love
absolutely
fucking
let
Cloud,
that on.
man. It's just like I'm trying to really dig down and think here.
I have to 100% trust you because do I think that Cloud just
You've played Cloud.
just
You've played his story.
right?
So you know it.
and I don't think he deserves to be on the list based off of that story. Not,
That's
I'm sorry,
criminal.
that's the wrong verbiage. Based off of that character's performance,
The execution.
dialogue, and execution of that character.
That's
in
why
that
I
game.
think you'll absolutely love the remake because the execution finally is
And-
realized
and I'm trusting
meets
you
up
on
to
it.
the.
And I'm
to
trusting
the-
you on it. Absolutely.
It's so good.
I will blindly follow you on that one because I think the potential
Dude,
is
it's
there.
so
for sure.
good that I didn't even play the original. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
I saw the remake first, and I was like, I have to play the original.
Yeah.
I have to.
Right, but I think
So good it was.
you're everything that you're thinking of though is going to be from the original. Then
But I can play. I went back to the original and was like,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
this
not the
is
remake. Yeah,
No, because I went
And
back
I
to the
only
original,
played the
and once I
original.
get past what the remake offered, I still love the game. Still fantastic.
Sure.
But I don't know. This is tough. This is a tough one for me. I think Ezio is fantastic. I think Ezio makes it because I think I'd have Ezio above Shepard.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Ezio is just like, when I think of my favorite characters, Ezio jumps up like immediately.
Yeah, and like I said, I
haven't loved like the Assassin's Creed games. I haven't been interested after Ezio. I wasn't really interested in the first one. I was like, this is cool.
I think Odyssey is the best Assassin's Creed game.
I disagree.
Well, you never played Odyssey, so it's hard for you to disagree. I'm just saying, like, I think
Brotherhood's the best.
2 is the best Assassin's Creed game when I think classic Assassin's Creed.
No, I think Brotherhood is.
I'm sorry. Yes, Brotherhood is. I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, like, that, if you're talking like that trilogy, that setting, that era, like that character, that's
Assassin's Creed.
That's the last time I felt very Assassin's Creed in that story.
Yeah.
When you're talking about the rebooted version, so I'm talking like Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, and like that kind of stuff. Like Odyssey is such a game-ass game, but then with great characters, great comedy, great drama, all that stuff.
Yeah,
it goes places. Holy crap! Like,
I
like
believe you,
Atlantis. Man. Yeah, it's there. It's just like, it's so bizarre. I love it. It's so good, and I love the setting. I love the set. Honestly, I would take like Greek set it, like Athens and all that stuff, over like Italy 100%.
I disagree, but yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is it's apples and oranges in that regard, because it's like it's very historical and they
both settings are.
They are, but with the Greek side, they explore like, here's the Greek mythology and you're hunting these like mythical beasts and Medusas and things like that. Where like Italy was very much like, here is this person that was
but see, I didn't like when it got fantasy.
No, but that's what I'm saying is it's 2 completely different trains of thought. Where like I appreciate Assassin's Creed for the historic and kind of like there's these mystery like Illuminati-esque type.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
And that's why like I prefer that style of Assassin's Creed. And if it was up to me, Odyssey would just not be an Assassin's Creed under the banner of Assassin's. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. I get where you're coming from.
But it doesn't matter, because character-wise, Cassandra's still very good, but I could go either way with Ezio.
I think Ezio's better.
Ezio is very good. That's why I have no qualms taking her off the list and putting Ezio
on. Yeah, okay. So I think Ezio should be on. I'm just going to make a decision here. And then, as much as I want to put fucking Cloud on this list, Shepard has a whole trilogy. I think once Cloud's fully realized in the modern era, my opinions will change on that, because once you get that technical aspect to match up with the quality of storytelling that I think that game provides, he would definitely be. And I'm curious to see what you think when you play that game eventually, if your opinions change on him.
I think just because Shepard is so dependent on what I'm doing as a character, that is one thing where like I view myself as Shepard, where I don't view myself.
He has this kind of perfect balance of, I put myself in Shepard, but Shepard's his own person. Like, it's not me. It's not like a Fallout where it's literally me.
Yeah, no, I agree with. It's a
perfect balance in my opinion.
It is
where it's me, but it's not me.
But I will still, I think, just deep down, I will always pick a character by default that is not me. Like, if I have to make choices in a game and I care about,
but I go straight. I mean, we talked about this. We go straight Paragon, and that's pretty much what we feel is the canonical Shepard.
I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, like, and again, I haven't played the remake, but when I'm looking at Cloud, I think Cloud has more potential for him to be on the list for me had I played it.
No, I agree.
Than Shepard, just because I am drawn to characters that are their own thing, and they take the choice away from them. Yeah. It's a very subjective thing.
No, I agree with you. I think because that's like the character, right? They actually wrote something out. It's I don't want to say cop out, but it's a little bit different when you have decisions.
You have decisions, but we still play Paragon because we feel like that's supposed to be it.
When you listen to like, dude, if you've ever played a Renegade,
thing, right? Like, it's almost this OCD of like, I have to pick every good option no matter what.
Right.
And you almost get punished for picking options the way you want to do it, because like you feel like you're missing out on certain dialogue options.
Well, they literally tied into the game where it's like, I liked the first one where it was you have a skill tree for like interaction checks.
Yeah.
You know?
But what I'm saying is
like social checks, because it was like in 2 and 3, it's tied to your Paragon and Renegade. So you have to go straight Paragon if you want to unlock all the dialogue options. Whereas in 1, you could actually put points in there and then do both and actually make decisions, but still have all of those things unlocked.
But what I'm saying is mask it. Like if I was going to do it again, or if I was going to do like a new Mass Effect or whatever.
Because you made the first one?
No. Well, no. Like if I was going to play again, or if I was going to say like, hey, do another Mass Effect, whatever, I would mask all of that. And you only get options. You have no idea the underworkings of like...
Yeah, because you see blue and you're like, oh, blue.
Yeah, well, exactly. And it's just like, oh, interact, you know, like whatever.
But I love, like, it's really rewarding when you get those blue options and you do something really cool.
It is. And I'm not saying you can have a blue or something like that, but like...
No, Matt, I totally agree.
Yeah, still...
Like, we were picking good for good's sake.
Yeah, and make it a little bit more gray and just be like, yeah, you did something that you perceive is good, but if half your squad perceives it as bad or they don't agree with you or something like that, like make it a little bit more dynamic gray area, and you don't really know what the outcome is, and you won't have like these grayed out boxes. If I see a grayed out dialogue thing, I get it's a bad, like it's a general bad feeling, because it's just like, oh, I either messed up or I'm going to be like, well, I'm missing out. I have to, I don't know. So Cloud or
Cloud's on the list. Fuck it.
Cloud.
Yep.
All right.
Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Cloud's on the list. He's got one of the best roller coaster arcs of any character I've ever seen.
Look, story wise and everything, I agree with you.
Yep.
Just my experience.
But it's not even just story wise. It's coolness. Like we talked about coolness factor. Cloud's up there with Chief.
Okay.
With Kratos.
But Chief is currently not on the list. So we are saying, R5 right now is Kratos.
Yeah.
Nathan Drake.
No particular order.
Cloud, Ezio, Marcus Phoenix.
Yep.
All right. Number 5.
You want Cloud at number 5, I'm assuming.
I would put either Cloud or Ezio at number 5. Personally.
Because you didn't pick those two.
Because I didn't pick those two. No, I mean, look, I understand you gave me Marcus Phoenix, and maybe if you aren't... I
wouldn't put Marcus 5. That's a little disrespectful. He's good.
I have to follow your lead. So the two things I'm
really trying to think about Cloud and Ezio. If that's where we're trying to put for 5, it's like
Cloud. I only play the original.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that good in the original dialogue wise as a character.
I mean, it's unfair. You get Ezio's voice acting and things like that. But if we're talking about arc of a character, yes, Ezio goes through a lot. Yes, Ezio grows a lot. But like I said, I have never seen a roller coaster like Cloud's fucking story. It's just
I haven't played Ezio in quite some time.
Mind blowing of like what is happening to this guy.
Right.
Like you think it's going a certain way, and even you get like the main like Aerith dies, and you're like, holy shit, man.
Wait, what?
What? Yeah. So Aerith dies. Spoilers. And you're like, oh fuck, like this is gonna hit hard, and it does. But that's not even the biggest reveal of the game.
It's weird because I feel like it would hit harder. I don't know. Like,
we missed out, dude. Because dude, there's a reason people like Kyle are just fucking obsessed with that game.
Oh, we didn't talk about Ryudo.
Ryudo?
Yeah, regretted. Oh, talking about player characters. I think Ryudo's a better character than Cloud.
Get the fuck out of here.
If you take basic original Final Fantasy VII Cloud, I think Ryudo is a better character. I think Ryudo is a better character.
What?
I'm going on record. Voice acted, snarky, great dialogue. We were laughing for days. Ryudo's a better character than Cloud.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
I love Ryudo, but
I'm sorry. Go ahead, keep going.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
Ezio, so those are why I would put Cloud or Ezio at number 5, just because of my experiences, and it's been a while since.
I mean, you're
I like
biased
Ezio
with it. So, I think you're disrespecting Cloud so much.
Put Cloud at 4 then. Put Ezio at 5.
So I can have my characters.
Well, okay. So look at the other 3: Nathan Drake, Marcus Phoenix, Kratos.
I think you're overvaluing Marcus. I really think you're overvaluing Marcus.
You just said you didn't want to put him at 5.
I don't want to put him at 5.
Okay,
but I kind of want to put him at 4.
Okay, who goes at 5? Because I will fight tooth and nail for Nathan Drake and Kratos. Neither of them belong at 5.
I think that's 1 and 2. Okay, that's 1 and 2.
So then we're right back to where we belong. Kratos or Cloud or Ezio.
Would I put Cloud above Marcus? That's tough. I don't know. I just think you're looking. See, we're just polar opposites on this. I I don't know. I look at the essence of it, and you look at the technical.
No. I'm not looking at technical.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
I don't like how his dialogue. I don't. He doesn't have a voice actor.
I'm looking at them as a character.
Cloud's fucking fantastic.
If you are looking at the character from their personal journey and stuff,
yeah,
I think that goes to Cloud for sure.
Yes.
If you are looking at it on how they interact with the rest of the party, I think Marcus wins that. I think if you're going,
you gotta play the remake.
If you're going,
I think after,
sure,
yeah,
maybe.
if we're looking at the original, maybe. But and you skipped a lot of shit as well, so it's like you didn't really get the full experience. But
when I was playing the original game, I had a cheat code. It's called Kyle. I'm just like, hey, no, go left. It cuts off like 30 minutes of this game.
I know. So it's like, I don't think you really got the full experience, but it's tough. It's tough to go back to that. Like I said, dude, imagine you're in 97, you're a kid.
Yeah.
And you've played games before, you've seen stories before, and here's like the main chick of the story, and she fucking dies in the first act.
Yeah.
Your mind's blown. Your mind's absolutely gone.
Yeah, but it's not, sure.
But you'll never get that. So
I felt more when, and granted, I understand this is it's time and place and everything. Like I felt way more when Dom died than Aerith.
Yeah. Of course.
Aerith. I always forget which.
If you replace Grandia 2 with Final Fantasy 7 in your childhood, we'd be talking a whole different ball game here.
Yeah, maybe.
But
sure.
What it could have, should have, whatever. Dude, but I think of Cloud like so good.
I mean, hey man, this is your decision. Like you put
so I think Cloud's journey is better.
Okay,
right? I think Cloud's cooler than Marcus Phoenix.
See, I disagree, but yeah, I mean,
giant sword, spiky hair, like he's like iconic for the giant sword. He's just badass.
Okay,
you get him in Smash, people lose their minds.
Sure,
you get him in like Kingdom Hearts, people lose their minds.
Look, I'll give you Cloud for number 3 if that's what you're worried about. So what are you saying? Ezio's number 5?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, like that's fine.
Ezio 5,
as
Marcus 4.
As long as Marcus Phoenix is on this list, I'm happy. I'm not saying he's top 3, and I said that before. I'm not saying he's top 3 in my mind, but I'm not saying like overall. I just think that he is a great person. Like if you are playing Gears of War, he is a phenomenal player character that interacts and does everything I want a player character to do in a video game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love Marcus. I'm with you on that. He belongs on this list, and I don't want him at 5. So I think he's better than Ezio.
Okay.
But I'm fanboying hard over Cloud, probably. And this is what usually happens when I get pushback from you. It makes me want to put them even higher on the list. So that probably is part of it. But okay, I think we have it then. Oh, wait, what's your 1?
How are you going to... Wait, what do you think is 1?
What do you think is 1?
I think Nathan Drake is 1.
Whoa!
I know you don't.
Fuck.
Nathan Drake is a better player character than Kratos. Kratos is phenomenal. I love Kratos. I think he's a
if I
perfect
played
number
the
2.
games, I'd probably be more inclined to say that. But the fact that I haven't, it's like, how could I do that
tough.
to Kratos?
It's so tough. But Nathan Drake is a much more
Nathan
likable
Drake
character throughout the game.
He's so good that I've never touched the games, and I'm like, he needs to be on the top 5. Yeah. That's how good he is.
I am. Would I hate Kratos being number 1 if you feel that strongly because you didn't play Uncharted? I would be okay flipping that, but I think Nathan Drake is the best player character
of all time.
Not even questioning. Yeah,
I'll give it to you. If you let me have Cloud at 3,
I'll give you Cloud at 3.
We'll give you Drake at 1.
Oh, all right. What a list, man. All right, so we are saying number 5.
Ezio Auditore.
Ezio Auditore.
Is that his last name?
It is. Well, he has like 3 other names too, but De Frenenza or something. Number 4, Cloud.
Marcus.
All right, I was just seeing if you were paying attention. All right, so so Ezio is number 5. Marcus Phoenix is number 4. Cloud is number 3.
Cloud Strife.
Kratos is number 2.
Yeah,
and then Nathan Drake, the best player character in a video game. I feel pretty
Master
good.
Chief,
we ironed some
John
stuff out.
Shepard, honorable mentions.
Cassandra, Lara Croft.
No. You think honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions? Yeah.
I take Chief and Shepard over those 2.
I mean, sure.
I take Aloy over those 2. How about that?
I would take Aloy over Lara Cassandra, I still think is my favorite.
Aloy, you talk about wild rides, dude. That was
if you're talking top female character, I think Cassandra is probably my favorite female character in a video game.
I haven't played it. Maybe I need to play it.
Yeah.
But I have to play Tomb Raider too because you're so hyped on that. So
I think Tomb Raider is a better video game than
right.
Well, see, that's so tough, man. Like
here we go.
No, I can't. We're not getting into that. Like Tomb Raider is such a solid, tight game. It's a very good game. Specifically the second one.
Yeah,
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it would put a bad taste in my mouth because if you don't have a good ending, it I hate that. Hate that.
It lands it. It lands. That first one was okay. The second one.
Do you think Mass Effect lands it?
Man,
like, what's your definition of landing it? Because if you think Mass Effect 3 lands it, then I'm not going to.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I think now that we're far enough removed from Mass Effect 3, I think I was less disappointed with the ending of Mass Effect, and more just kind of depressed and angry that like it was over and I was like out of that universe. And we've talked about this.
I don't think so. I think if they wrapped it up nicely, I would have been far better off.
I would have been less angry, but still depressed.
Oh, of course.
Like I want
but you're more depressed because you're like, not only is it over, we got that.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I mean, like by no means do I think Mass Effect landed that ending. Well, exactly. Like that's you go and you search for other things.
I've never done that for anything else.
There are very few games that I think nail the ending. Like Journey is good, but like that's not even like an ending because the whole point is constant
best
circle.
Ending, best video game ending,
best video game ending.
That's a good top 5.
That's a very easy top 5. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
What would your number 1 be?
My number 1 would be Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein 2. It's very
what?
Good. It's a very good ending.
You're okay. Well, maybe sometime.
No, I think God of War is very. Oh, that's a perfect game. Call of Duty is up there.
Which one?
4.
When you're on the bridge.
Even Mass Effect 2 or Mass Effect 2. Modern Warfare 2. I think that's pretty good. There's a lot of good ones out there. That's actually like maybe we put that on the
poll
agenda.
next week.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty.
I'm trying to think what the best fucking ending is.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
No, but like here's the thing.
Okay.
Think about it though.
Yeah.
Every castle, it's another prince is another castle.
Yeah,
prince
and then you
castle.
finally
and
hit it.
Finally, you
Yeah.
hit it, and she gives you a little peck on the cheek. Oh,
wow,
that's pretty good. Super Mario World at the end, because all you're doing is collecting eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
At the end, all the Yoshis hatch.
What about Spyro when you get all the gems?
That's pretty good too.
Oh,
yeah,
it's just like dopamine rush.
That's what I mean. Like it's like
endless
these endings of just like it's just like this great
dude. Nasty Nork's
reward.
Treasure Cove, top 5. Oh, dude, we were talking about this.
Yeah.
Not levels. We could talk about top 5 levels, but
that would be an
top
interesting
5 maps of all time.
Oh,
Rust, Blood Gulch, fucking.
Oh, so then we would have to put some rules around that.
Multiplayer maps.
Yeah.
Multiplayer maps.
Okay.
Blood Gulch should be on there.
That'd be interesting.
What a classic map.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
I might put PUBG's map on there. Well, Air Angel. Love that map. That's a great map.
It is, especially after playing Battlefield. Like Battlefield's fine.
Yeah.
When we play through the beta, the map is kind of like.
I heard that
all right.
Battlefield was like kind of disappointing.
It's very Battlefield.
Like
it's Battlefield.
Well, I heard the opposite. I heard it was more like, oh, people have like abilities now and they're trying to make it Overwatch and shit.
It's.
I don't like that. I didn't like that description of it, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit reductive, but it's going in that direction, but it's not.
Like
but it's not abilities like you have a grappling hook or whatever.
You have a grappling hook. You have a riot shield that bounces bullets back. I don't know.
See, I didn't even see the riot shield, but I mean, my thing is though, you have. Like, if you want to play that character, you can play that character. Where, like, Overwatch, it's like, no, if somebody's playing Mercy, you can't play Mercy, right?
Yeah.
But with this, it's like, you play whoever you want. Who cares? Like, you want a grappling hook? Be a grappling hook. Like, so what? Like, there's no gate there. And I think that's, like, not a fair comparison. But
I mean, it's not Overwatch, but I don't know. They were saying it's going in that direction.
They're trying to do new things. Call of Duty did it a little bit, and it's just like...
Just go back to what fucking works, man.
I think it feels like Battlefield.
That's good.
For better or worse, I just feel like it doesn't do it. It doesn't feel any tighter, which I was hoping for.
Battlefield series is one of my favorite series of all time.
I agree, but I don't particularly like the shooting in Battlefield.
Interesting.
I know. It doesn't feel impactful. Like it feels impactful when you're blowing something up. Like there's like a delay.
No,
like
I see what you're
things.
saying.
It feels a little floaty.
Exactly
I don't know how
to
describe it.
Yeah. Like in Call of Duty, you feel the impact.
Tight. Yeah,
the impact.
Like Call of Duty is tight.
I agree.
Even Back 4 Blood, which we've been playing, like that's you feel like you're.
I think
you're
it's because of the hit marking system.
It's the hit marking. It feels a little bit more
crisp noise you get when you're hitting something. It feels impactful.
Well, Battlefield, they actually have the ballistics, so like it's like every gun you have to wait for the bullet to travel.
Yeah, no, it's delayed.
Just, yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah. No, it's arcadey versus more realism kind of deal.
But I feel like there should be, by now, they should have either tightened it or made it just feel a little bit better, different, or whatever. Because I feel like whenever you kill somebody, it's just like I honestly don't know how to describe it any better than I am, and I know I'm doing a terrible job. It's just like you drop somebody and it's fine, but then like you either immediately get killed or it's just like this anticlimactic, weird. I don't know. It's vehicle combat, awesome. Like when you take down like a plane or a tank or whatever, you get like all these multiple ribbons and stuff pile up. Yeah. That feels great. Yeah. But other than that, you're just looking for somebody hiding in a bush to get behind them to shoot them, and then you die, and then they die, and it's just like these massive scales.
See, the reason I love Battlefield is I love the scale.
Yeah.
I love the chaotic nature of it. Like I feel like I'm in a war.
And maybe we didn't play enough of the beta, which is fair because we only played it a few times. But like I think in the other Battlefield games, I felt like I was making a difference.
Yeah.
And in this one, I felt like
that's a big problem with Battlefield. Like I remember, like when I was playing Battlefield back in the day, like I sucked. Especially when you move to PC, like 360, it's like it was a little easier because like it was smaller games.
Yeah, PC is a little tough.
But man, you get on PC, people were really good.
Yep.
It's huge. It's the double size of the lobby. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like really hard to make an impact.
And if you don't
that's
have
why
like
you
a
need
full
a squad.
You
need a squad.
Yeah.
But is there anything better than coordinating with your squad and taking over a point, winning the game? No better.
Right. But I felt like the other Battlefield games, there was this option to like
be supportive.
We stave the bleeding.
Yeah,
we pull back and like we get it when it's like.
What do you play? Conquest or Rush?
I think it was just Conquest and
I am
Rush
very
is
much
very good.
Rush
because then you can see the progression of it, and I completely agree.
You know what to defend. You know what they're coming after. Yep. I like Rush more.
I think that's a better overall experience, but Conquest is
because I think you're exactly right. Conquest in COD is much better than Conquest in Battlefield, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's classic 3 flags,
just like
smaller map. Yeah, domination.
Yeah.
Right. That's called domination.
Yeah, this one they do some new things, but I think without a full squad and without like an actual good squad leader being like, all right, we're going here. You take this. You take.
We talked about our game.
Like,
we talked about our game. Yeah, and they tried to implement that back in like Battlefield 3 or something or 4.
I think it was 3.
Like I think we have the technology to do that now, though. I think more people have tablets. I think more people. I think the technology's better.
Yeah,
we're talking 10 years ago for Battlefield 3.
That's the thing about it. Yeah.
So it's like, dude, I think they need to make another run at that. That'd be really cool.
Are there
going to be people that do that though? Are there going to be people that want to sit down and be a commander? I don't know.
I think that's like, I'm not with the squad. I'm on vacation. I have my phone. I can still play with them.
Is there a market for that? I would like to think so. I would think that'd be awesome. You could have a squad of 5.
Yeah.
Like I feel like out of anyone in the group, you would love being the commander.
Yeah. I think it would be cool. Like it's
could switch, rotate.
Yeah, I would enjoy that. It's just,
and then we could have a 5-man squad. I think it'd be really cool.
You would need to have somebody like. I mean, this all like hinges on your squad listening to you. Yeah. So like the key to that game. Well, that's the thing is the key to the game is. Yeah. If I was thinking about this the other day where it was like, okay, if you're kind of this overlord is a strong word, but like if you're the commander and you're saying, hey, go attack A.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, sorry, Nate, but Nate runs over and does like B or something like that. Like there needs to be some sort of gameplay mechanic where like Nate can go do that, but his health is halved or he takes double damage because he's not following like he's not within the mission area.
Maybe you incentivize following the commander's orders where it's like you have some sort of not kill streak system.
Maybe extra XP or something like that.
XP or something like you complete a certain number of his orders, and it's like a kill streak system, but like let's say you complete 3 orders in a row without dying, now you get like an airstrike or something.
I guess that's a more positive spin on it versus punishing people.
It would feel terrible if like I break off, I try to make a play, and now my health is half. That sounds awful.
Yeah, I feel like there needs
they're
to
doing
be
more damage to me, or
if you don't make it, like, otherwise it's not fun for the commander.
Maybe you lose points.
Maybe something.
I like an order.
I like your idea more of
incentivize good things.
Rewarding.
Punishing's tough in games, man. You start punishing players and it puts them off.
Yeah, like they don't want to play it
exactly. But if you incentivize what you want them to do, now. They're gonna. And
honestly, Battlefield does that too a little bit, because like if you're a squad leader and you say, "Hey, let's go A," and you capture A, you get
more
extra,
points.
Yeah, you get more points. So,
but I would do something like more real, like now you get an airstrike. Now you can call it an airstrike. Now you get like reinforcements. Your reinforcement meter ticks up.
Yeah.
Now we got another battalion or something. I don't know.
And then you could get it to a point where like you can actually select certain people of like, and it'd be like, okay, hey, like I'm on my tablet and I tap on like Nate, and it's like, all right, I need you to take this house. So then I hit him, tap on the house, and maybe there's like a waypoint or a column of light or some sort of indicator that only he can see.
Right.
That's like, this is your mission. You go do this.
While
and
everyone goes over there.
Oh, John, I need you to snipe up on this hill. And he literally like goes in the hell.
And then you have little squares that are running around.
And they can like
big
zoom
N,
in, like pinch and zoom in.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Click. Yeah. You can click, defend this area, create a circle.
Yeah.
Zoom it out. Here's the area we need to defend. So now we get to fight. We get a little bit of like, so we can improvise a little bit within a certain area.
All while you're talking, maybe you have a separate, and I know we talked about this already, but like maybe you have like a separate chat channel or something with other commanders of other squads and being like, all right, we're squad Zeta or whatever, like we're going to here and we need help from Alpha team to go in or Bravo team to come in and do stuff and be like, oh, that'd be so cool.
It'd be amazing.
It'd be awesome. Yeah. Can you imagine having just a squad of just snipers and it's just like, that's what you're known for? Is like,
that's what I'm saying. This is
fantastic. Charlie Squad. They will cover
the way you do
that
is you get like medals and shit.
Yeah,
that you can see over people's characters or whatever or something.
Which you have icons and stuff. You know, like they're a sniper, so you would assume them being snipers. But
I don't know. You have to make it very visually appealing, very stand out. And this is what I loved about Gears 3. You remember those medals in Gears 3 or like achievements and shit? Like you have 500 kills with the Lancer or something. And you need to make it very striking so that you can see like this guy's an elite sniper.
Yeah, like, and they do that with like Call of Duty where it's like, he has a golden gun or he has it on his whole player card and stuff.
Yeah, but
can you imagine
that would be more useful?
Like,
being like, okay, so this guy is going to carry us,
right?
Like this guy,
Maybe
and the commanders could see that as well, where they're okay. I can rely on this guy. Like let's have him snipe over here. This is our best position. I don't know.
It would be neat in a really weird and interesting thing where it's like a perfect squad would be one of each thing, right? But then
but you run into the sniper issue.
Wait, like what do you mean?
So I haven't played the new one, but and back in the day, a squad was a medic. I'm thinking Battlefield 3.
Assault, medic, sniper, engineer.
Assault, medic, sniper,
engineer. Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, let's say you go in and you have a squad, right? And I'm just spitballing this now, so bear with me. But the squad is one of everything. That is your base squad. That is you are well-rounded.
Okay.
But what if you decide, I want 3 snipers and 1 medic or something like that.
Right.
And based off of how many you have of each class, you get bonuses, but then you also get
so you can have like squad configurations.
Yeah. So now imagine you have a group and it's a squad and it's 4 engineers.
Yeah.
Maybe together they do like 1.5 damage or something to whatever.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about like a bonus.
Like a bonus, but then maybe their like ammo or number of rockets are decreased. Instead of going in with everyone getting like 4 rockets, maybe everyone goes in with 3 or 2 or something like that. And so you have this incentive to either specialize or not. Maybe like with snipers, it's like, okay, if all 4 are snipers, maybe their sniper rifles glint more or something, or maybe even less. But then their damage is doubled or something. I don't know. Like it'd be.
I would like.
Or sorry, real quick. If you have all 4 snipers, maybe on the field, like their sniper rifles glint more, they're easier to pick out, so they lose that kind of like like element of surprise, so to speak.
Yeah.
But if you have 4 snipers, maybe I can see any like accurate enemy positions or something like that as a commander. So it's like, okay, we're gonna do Overwatch, so we have like support, but you're doing it solely as like scouting out for like another squad coming in as like the strike team or something.
Yeah.
Like that could be super cool to
like
kind of play around with that.
I think you can make a nice chart about the different configurations, a nice looking chart.
And you can
Here's
shift
the strength
and
and weaknesses of everything, or the bonus and negative or something. That'd be super awesome.
Or in like the beauty too is like rather than having to wait to die to reconfigure, do different things, you could after you get enough points or do different things, you'd be like, hey, you know, like we need to change up our plan or whatever, and then maybe instead of putting in an airstrike, I can use like the commander points or whatever to do like an inventory drop. And you guys could re-kit in the battlefield without having to die.
Love that.
So then it adds like the commander stuff.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I would love a squad, 3 snipers, 1 assault. He's supplying the ammunition for the rest of the 3. That'd be awesome. He's like has Overwatch with his heavy machine gun.
Or you can have a team that's dedicated solely to anti-air. So that's what they do in the beta, where you have like the different rockets, and like one rocket is a lock-on, but it only can target
air vehicles. Right? Yeah, exactly.
So
Stinger.
Imagine having like a triple engineer where
and you get different
somebody
rockets.
Somebody flies by and 3 rockets go up, or they might get away from 1, but the other 2 smack them, and then somebody just drops some more rockets for it.
Love that. Yeah,
so
dude.
Cool.
Dude, the 4 sniper one could be interesting.
Yeah,
where it's like if you have 4 snipers, only one of them has a sniper,
and the other ones are just
second guy is a scouter. He gets binoculars. Now he can scout. Third guy has maybe a communication tower or something like a radio waypoint thing where he can ping positions of other people, and maybe the 4th guy's like Overwatch or something. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't get a sniper, but he's on Overwatch, but he still counts as a sniper class. I don't know. I think it'd be sick. So it's like you unlock that specific like formation. It's like,
and it's almost like they have their own auras where like if you have a spot, so like
because that would be that would be the negative as well. Is like you all don't get snipers. Only one guy does, but you're all like a super sniper unit.
But like if you have if you're a sniper and you're firing by yourself, you can hit a target, but you have to compensate and do different things. But like if you have a spotter, maybe like your sway is lessened or your accuracy is better.
Maybe if you have a spotter, it's like, okay, so the spotter might help the sniper itself, whereas like maybe now we're getting like it gives you like a indicator of when your shots are lining up, like a green, like a blinks green or something. I don't know, some sort of indication that
but like
of the adjustment, right? And then the radio guy is the guy who's pinging. Maybe the scope is connected to that pings to the commander that now shows positions on the field.
I wonder if there's like a gameplay mechanic, because like obviously sniping would be like the fun part, right? So like as a spotter, I wonder if it's something where like you have to have this. I love the idea of like a partnership or this reliance on other players, like the teamwork aspect. Where maybe it's something where like you can get the bonus, or you can get like a thing where like if you hit somebody, it's like an instant kill, headshot, body shot, whatever. If you hit somebody with a sniper rifle, instant kill. But you guys have to like count it down, and maybe you both have to like pull the trigger on your controller at the same time. And based off of how close you get pulling at the same time, then it does like more damage. Or
I would do something as like you're spotting and you pull down the trigger to scout someone.
Yeah.
And now that feeds into his scope, so now he's highlighted.
Right.
And now it helps him compensate or something as some sort of indicator.
Right. But what I'm saying is like, but then the gameplay mechanic. So like you ping somebody, you say we are targeting this person, we mark them, and then it goes, all right, 3, 2, 1, and you both hit it. And if you guys line up within however many milliseconds or whatever, instant kill no matter how you hit it, because you took the extra time to dial in versus just a sniper shot like hitting a headshot, and because you need to make the gameplay like fun.
Yeah, the
for
gameplay
everybody.
needs to be fun for everyone. Yeah. Maybe you're holding it in and you're scouting the guy, and then you need to release when he fires.
But whatever. But it's just like that communication of
like 3, 2, 1. Bah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. But I would just give shit tons of points to the support guys to incentivize that though.
Yeah.
Like if you're a support guy, you're willing to like not be the fun role. Like, I'm just giving you fucking points.
I wonder how that would work with medics if you do like literally like alpha team is like hardcore medics. Like they will.
I actually never liked what they did with the medics, where it's like they combine, because you remember Bad Company 2, it was like there was an assault class where you get an assault rifle and shit. And the medic was actually with the heavy machine gun, right?
I think the medic. I'm not sure. I thought the heavy machine gun. Oh, maybe.
Battlefield 3 was the assault rifle class was the medic class, and the heavy machine gun had the ammunition mag.
Yeah. They went back on that. So there's the assault class. The medic has because you can have any gun now. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
And the difference is, and this is where the abilities come in, is like if you have like the assault class, you have a grappling gun, which the grappling gun's awesome. Yeah. And it's the mobility on that is insane. So like, why would you never ever switch?
Right.
But then you have the medic who has like a healing gun, and like theoretically, I think they can revive themselves. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, so it's Doc.
Kind of like honestly, kind of yeah. Like so. It's there. It's just like playing the beta. It's just like, why would I ever not have a grappling hook that has insane range?
Yeah, right.
So like, even if you're running straight, if there's a hill in front of you, you just scale the hill or shoot the hill and you zip in front of the it's nuts. Yeah, like it's so cool.
Yeah, I'll have to see. How that goes. I kind of miss old Battlefield, where it's just classic, like modern day,
just easy. You
get the defibs on your medic and fucking your health pack and whatever.
Stand there, people shooting, they die.
I know.
Zap them back.
I love that. I was the guy. I was always medic. I'd run around with defibs, just da da da.
Yep.
Dude, maybe that's an option, dude. Where like you literally are like,
or your defib runs out of juice.
Just get a pistol.
Yeah.
But your defib's better. So maybe normally it runs out of juice, but your defib's has twice the lifespan or something.
Sure.
Because I would do that. I would literally just have a pistol and heal people. That's all. I loved doing that.
Yeah.
Just, the mortar just wiped out my squad. Pop, 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 pop. We're all up.
Yep.
I love that.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. We've been at this for way too long.
Yeah, that was a tangent, but I enjoyed it. I think that's good.
All right, man. Well, everyone listening, if you're still here.
Do we want to run through the list one more time?
Yeah, run through the list one more time.
Okay, so number 5, this is best player characters, if you're still
around.
So we have Ezio at number 5. We have Marcus Phoenix at number 4. Cloud Strife at number 3. Kratos, God of War at number 2.
Is that his last name?
God of War, yeah. Kratos, God of War.
It's just Kratos, yeah.
And then Nathan Drake at number 1.
Solid list. It's perfect in every way. You can't argue.
Nope. Zero arguments.
Zero arguments for anyone. All right. Well, we appreciate if you're still here, sticking around. As always, you can see our full lists archived on Couch Company Games, couchcompany.games, I should say. And check us out there. That's all I got for you guys.
That's it.
There it is.
It's a fun time.
Fun time. We'll be here same time, same place next week. We appreciate you joining us on the couch. See you later.